as it circles, it says, "You are live." Oh, damn it. Seriously.
Now that you ask, I have my doubts.
The origins of Friday the 13th.
According to Fox 13 Seattle, the myth of Friday the 13th varies from culture to culture.
Hello, everybody.
It represents a day when
Wolfgang
bad things are
here.
more likely to happen. Many
Welcome
attribute its origin
to
the Knights
Friday
Templar
night,
suggested
the
1307,
13th.
while others link it to
I have
ancient
to do
Norse
this
mythology,
before it
where
turns
13
midnight,
gods were invited to a
or it
banquet
wouldn't
and
be the
chaos ensued.
13th. Anyway, so I'm asking Series or the chat bot, whatever. It says the myth of Friday the 13th varies from culture to culture, but in general, it represents a day when bad things are more likely to happen. Many attribute its origins to the Knights Templars' arrest in 1307, while others link it to ancient Norse mythology, where 13 gods were invited to a banquet and chaos ensued. Hey, what's up, Ghost Lincoln? So I have asked my phone multiple times about Friday the 13th, and I've gotten 3 different answers. That's funny. Talk to your phone sometimes. Shit. What's going on, Ghost? Jump up here and bullshit with me, Ghost. Let's see, copy, paste, hide, copy. I don't know if that worked. Paste. There it is. Zoom up, zoom down. Not much. That's good. At least I know you can hear me. But yeah, it's well, fuck. It's Friday night, man. I'm off work. I really don't have anything going on tomorrow. So I need to do more lives. So that's awesome. All right. You're a Neanderthal now. Cha-cha, what's going on?
Lines.
That's not Ghost Lincoln. That's his. I don't know who that is. Who is that? Knock on the head and see if that's real. I love it. That's awesome. Oh, you need a gold tooth. You need a gold tooth.
Those are easy to do.
Donnie, what's going on? Welcome. This is just a, hey, if you guys want to join the panel, I share the link. But anyway, like I said, it's Friday the 13th for a few more minutes. But how we all doing tonight? How we okay?
Had to leave my nature.
I had a good Friday. I had a nice Friday. What's up, Watchman?
My Friday was some bullshit.
Actually, my Friday didn't have bullshit this time.
No, mine was straight bullshit. We had a broken sewer line, and the crew came in and fixed it the other day. You know, I had to go in, rip the kitchen out in this apartment, He came in, did all the plumbing work, fixed everything up, cleaned it. Well, they, for the most part, they cleaned everything up. Everything was good. Back in yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Put all the kitchen cabinets back in, the brand new countertops, all this crap back in. And then this morning we get an email from the person. They don't match. I want another countertop. And I'm like, you do? Wait, what?
But wait a minute, you this is an apartment complex, right? So isn't there like kind of like a standard? You can't request what kind of countertop you want.
You can and you can't.
You understand what I follow? I'm following you. Go ahead.
You know, they moved in an upgraded unit. You know, I did the full remodel of this unit. Everything was built done by me. And here's the thing with countertops is countertops are made daily and by batch. So like at we'll say 8 o'clock in the morning between noon, they rolled out these 27 countertops. And that could be 4 foot, 8 foot, 12 foot, 10 foot, 16 foot. These were all rolled out in this batch. Okay. Next batch is different. The following batch is different. And it continues throughout the day, the week, the month, the year. So it all changes because that's the way the countertops are made. There's no identical countertop unless you literally buy it within that batch made top. It's impossible. I mean, unless it's true granite or butcher block or whatever. But when it comes to a Formica type countertop, there's no way to get a dead nut one. And I did all this work, put everything back together. I mean, nobody ever knew we were in there. That's how good I did this. That's what I do. That's my work. Cleaned everything, wiped everything down. And then she complained, well, the one between the stove and fridge don't match. It's like, it's the same fucking color. Deal with it.
Right.
Fucking
Yep.
deal. And my company's like, well, is there anything we can do? There is no fucking way in hell unless I go back in time over a year and a half and get that little 2 foot section from the same batch. There is no fucking way I'm going to be able to match it.
Hey, if I live in your apartment complex, can I get mahogany cabinets?
I'm not even there.
You know, I'm being a smart ass.
Yeah, I know, but yeah.
Oh hell. No, it's I get it, Ghost. I get it.
It's straight bullshit.
Yep, it is. So how's let's see, Cha Cha, how you doing? Donnie, Watchman, what's going on? What's going on, guys? It's not midnight here yet, so it's still Friday the 13th.
Whatever. Huh. Donnie, Cha Cha, there you are. Anthony Crouch, good evening.
Now, Watchman says he's had the same counters for over 25 years.
The countertops in my apartment are 57 years old. They are a Formica what do they call that? Formica particle board countertop. Not a single problem. Oh, wait, I take care of them. But we literally will take a unit and it's designated as an upgrade. So they get new color, new white. What do they call that? It's some kind of weird ass fucking name, but basically it's a black, white, gray marble, wannabe marble countertop system, all new cabinets, counters, floors, everything plumbing, appliance wise. It's at least a week's worth of just me because I'm the only one that does them because no one on my team, even though I've trained them, taught them, showed them, to get the fucking jobs out their assholes to do this fucking job. And it's the only reason we had to replace this person's countertop is because we had a broken sewer line under the apartment. And I told corporate, here's what's happening. It's flooding 2 units. Bullshit. We're going to call a plumber. Okay, call the plumber. Okay.
Wait a minute. So what's the plumber got to do with countertops?
Well, it's because you have to pull all that out, or they're not going to fix the line that's broken under the floor underneath the cabinet.
Oh, I really? Wow. All right.
We could have let them do it, but chances are I would have been replacing. It really doesn't matter replacing two cabinets, whatever. But it's cheaper if we dismantle the kitchen compared to that, which is true. It actually is. So it's, and then the plumber comes out, runs his all his shit down the line, and goes, "Yeah, we got a problem." Runs a big snake, runs a jetter, runs a big an eel, everything down the line. Goes, "Yeah, you're right. We got a broken line."
And they let me ask you this question, because I've worked with plumbers, and there's actually a camera they can send down.
Yeah, I have one myself.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
And they're like, "Well, we got to make sure." I was like, "All right, call the plumber out." Plumber comes out. He's running a big machine. It's like a 1-inch cable. You know, he's chewing, he's busting, he's grinding, and he pulls it back and he goes, "Hey, I got dirt." And I just looked at him. I'm like, "So," and he goes, "Yeah, once again, you're right. All right, why don't you go tell them that they can get this shit fixed?"
Right.
About a 4-foot section of 4-inch cast iron was rotted at the base, packed with grease, and had lots. Oh, I mean, it was literally like that much. The bottom of the pipe was gone. It was just gone.
Wow. So, and I have to ask you once again, Ghost, how many? What is your complex? How many people?
476 units.
476. Wow. All right.
We roughly span, I think one section is over 8 acres. We have 3 sections. Winter time, we literally shovel over. Oh shit! What was the number? We calculated this. Over 200 miles of sidewalk in the wintertime.
That's a big fucking complex. Then I had kind of an idea, but the more you share with me, it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's a good sized place.
Right.
It takes 4 techs and me to maintain it, and actually, we really need one more tech.
Wow.
But good luck with that.
Right. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, because we have 1 beds, 2 beds, 3 beds, 1 bed lofts. Each unit has their own water tank. Each unit has their own HVAC unit.
Damn.
It's
anybody else want to jump up here and join me in ghost bullshitting? As long as there's no negative stuff said.
None of you fucking trolls pop up here talking shit like you did last time. That's just stupid.
Well, that was the last time I did a live. We had the 2 trolls jump up here, and that was crazy. That was stupid.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Trolls are going to be everywhere you are. Trolls just act the life. I mean, don't be whatever. Trolls are trolls.
Yeah, they are. I was having fun with it until you got stupid.
Well, the problem is like when they come up on a live and they start spouting certain shit, that's going to nail your channel. You know, that them, it hurts you, and that's some bullshit.
Well, I don't, honestly, I don't, with that situation that happened, I didn't look at it like it's hurting my channel. I kicked the guy off, and I actually spoke my mind. So if anybody had watched that last live I did, they'll be like, okay, well, Wolf said hey, we don't put up with that bullshit.
No, but YT's gonna see that completely different. They're not whatever the fuck watches all these videos. They're not gonna sit here and be like, "Wow, that creator told him shove it up his ass and kick him." No, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he's talking all this shit." And it's like,
all right, Watchman, take care.
later, Watchman. Don't behave. No, I know you
What's going on, Anthony? I didn't see you pop in there.
popped in there a while ago.
I'm sorry. I'm busy bullshitting.
Cigarette. So
I need to learn how to watch the chat and chat.
like on my end, because my home internet's being a fucking tweet fuck. But my phone internet, I actually have to go back into it. Like right now, I see me and you, but if I go down here, it's StreamYard on a phone's different. StreamYard on a phone will heat it up so damn bad it's not even funny.
Oh, really? Wow. So what if you go with just YouTube live?
Still does.
It still does the same thing. See, I've never went live on my phone. I don't know that.
If you do full charge on a phone, even a cheap phone, full charge on a phone, and you only do an hour-long live, you'll be fine. But if you want to do a longer live, you don't want to do it because it requires too much of the processor and phone, and it heats up.
Okay.
So, like my last live I did was over 4 hours. I did it with my phone, but I've been tinkering and playing with charging and cooling of my phone, and it worked. So,
well, I'm happy as long as I got my laptop here.
I do the live on the laptop, and then I got my phone reading chat. That's freaking perfect.
All right.
When I did a couple lives from my laptop, and it's like I'm watching and talking and listening to everybody, but over here I got the phone scroll chat. It's like this is perfect. So
it's all good. Yeah, did you catch my short with the cops going through our neighborhood?
yeah, all that. That's like every day down here.
It turned out there was 5 guys in a car. The place was called Winton Terrace, and I know this place because it's been around forever, but it's maybe a 15-minute drive from where I live. But anyway, some undercover cops were walking up to this car, and the people in the car started shooting at them. That's how the whole thing started. So all these cops started chasing this car, and it ended up in our neighborhood. That's how I was able to catch that video. But my wife and I were just so used to hearing the ambulance or sirens in the neighborhood, I didn't think anything of it. Right. But our neighborhood was being lit up by cop lights, and it's like, okay, something's going on. So we look outside, and I mean, there's just cop after cop after. I was like, all right. And I saw this car. The car they were chasing, it was just like an O.J. Simpson. This car was going maybe 10 miles an hour. It was a hoopty car. I don't know if they had already flattened their tires, but he was going maybe 10 miles an hour. But all these cop cars were, I was like, what the fuck?
Well, it's because they pulled a gun on a cop. That's why.
Right. But they said there was 5 guys in that car. They ended up catching all the guys. But I was just tripping. I grabbed my phone. I was like, oh, I've got to do a video on this.
Yeah, and I don't know. I know many cops. I mean, some of my family, like deputy sheriffs and things like that. That always cracked me up. It's like one cop gets gun pulled on him. There's 50 cops. Well, if I get a gun pulled on me, there ain't 50 of me.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, really, I've been
But
robbed.
I think there was okay, where I live, there was Coleraine Township, Green Township, Cincinnati, Ohio police, and I think there was like 4 different districts of
The next,
police following this guy, following this car, I should say.
if there was 4 different districts, that means all 4 districts had a part of this. I mean, that little hoopty's been fucking shit up in multiple districts, basically.
Don just said, "Did you take them out some donuts?" I could have taken them out some donuts because that's how slow they were going.
Fuck, you could have followed them with coffee. That would have been better.
Right? It was a trip, you know. But
Officer, come on.
the thing is, I'm not the person to like, oh, there's something going on, I'm gonna pick my phone up and videotape it. My wife and I are hearing all this commotion, and it was like a couple seconds later, it's like, oh fuck, let me grab my phone, I can record this shit.
Dude, I can't say anything. My entire life, it's like my sister and many other people in my family, and even my friends, man, they're like, you know,
Right. I didn't even think about it. And all of a sudden it's like, oh, let me pick my phone. Oh, wait a minute, I can record this.
yeah, I don't take pictures of shit unless I'm proud of what I did.
Right. I was tripping though. I mean, honestly, I have not seen that many cops at one time, I think, in all my life.
Oh,
It was a parade of cops going after this hoopty car.
I've seen it. Then you got the ambulance and the fire trucks right behind. Yeah, I've seen it.
I was like, wow.
It's like, well, something just went bad. Then you see the SWAT truck roll by, and it's like, getting the fuck out of here.
Right. I wish I would have seen a SWAT truck, but no, they didn't. It was all the cop cars, and there was a few SUV cop cars. But yeah, just the way they were going up the street, it was like, are you serious? You need 50 cop cars to chase this one oopty car. But they said there was 5 guys in this car, but they were able to catch them all. They said.
They fired at a cop. And that's the reason.
Right.
Which, I don't have a problem with that because.
Oh, I don't either. But 50 cop cars and three or 4 different districts.
That's whatever. That's the way police. I mean, like I said, I know police. I know that's how they think and they roll. And it's cool. It's like it's a brotherhood. But
it is a brotherhood.
Pulls a gun at me, and I got 50 cars. Chase that motherfucker, because we gonna fuck him up. No, that's not cool. That's premeditated ass whooping. What the fuck? Yeah.
I would have liked to seen the ending because they
it was like that.
I think they caught them like two blocks up from us. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. My wife just said it was like a block up the street from us. But I don't know. It's like, oh, something exciting's happening. Yay!
That's the sad part. Is anymore I hear sirens? Like, nope. I don't get fucked off.
Right. Well, and that's what I said. We're so used to hearing sirens in the neighborhood, but all of a sudden, because it was like about 8:15 last night, and we started seeing all the lights reflecting off the buildings, in the neighborhood. It's like, oh, wait a minute, there's something going on here. And they just kept going and going and going. I was like, damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't even wake up to them anymore. It's like I'm not smelling smoke and I'm not hearing certain things going off. I'm not. Nope.
Right.
Not getting up.
That's crazy though. All right. So anyway, it looks like we got. I don't see no likes or anything because I'm using StreamYard. But
I don't know.
the topic was or is superstitious. It's Friday the 13th. People in the chat, are you superstitious? That was my question. That was, Friday the 13th. That's why I started off with the origins of Friday the 13th.
Oh, I can see it here too. That's cool. Holy shit going on here. Never. No, there's. See, that's the other thing too. Is you have to look at the Donnie and everybody else. You kind of get used to that. You hear the sirens, you see the cars or the trucks or whatever, and you kind of get that mindset of, yep, the man just burned his kitchen or somebody just shot somebody in the pinky toe or whatever. But on the same note, I'm really bad at this. Is I've become numb to the fact that siren is a bad thing, but I don't want to fucking wake up and deal with it. I don't want to look out the window. But that siren, that could be a precursor of a shitstorm that you don't want to be a fucking part of. And that's
right. It could be at some time.
Yeah, you never know.
But like I said, we're so used to hearing it.
Yeah.
I even told my wife last night. I said, I guess we're so numb to just hearing this all the time. It didn't bother us until we saw all the commotion.
Yeah, see, I get where I'm at, I get the lights. So I know the lights, I know where they're coming from, I know where they're going in the different areas because we have this and this and here. But it's like at some point in time, like you said, we become numb to it. It's like, oh, whatever. I'm just gonna sleep through it or do whatever the hell I'm doing and work and do what I need to do because that's what I need to do. But the big thing, you should always take a peek. It don't matter. Always take a peek and be like, okay.
Right, exactly. Right.
Or well, and quite frankly, that we've become complacent and numb to that because it's like, oh yeah, we just live in a society, an area of the world, an area of the United States that dumb shit happens all the time. All the shit goes on all the time. You're right. But here's something to always remember. When shit goes down and you don't hear that shit, that's a big fucking problem.
Right. Let me answer Cha-Cha's question. She asked me, Wolf, 2 different times you said you felt silver. Actually, Cha-Cha, I was asking you if you were wearing silver. I picked up the color silver with you. What it means, I'm not sure. I was just asking. I have this weird thing with people sometimes. I will pick up something with them. I can't explain that. I just ask. I ask what I see when I sense it.
Silver represents purity.
Well, there you go, Cha-Cha. Ghost Lincoln answered it for you.
Silver. Now, when you look
at them, what's up? X, what's going on?
Because when you look back in the past, well, I mean, whatever they haven't hidden or destroyed or transmuted into horseshit anyway. The big thing they would do is like dirty water. They would drop a silver coin, or or this or that. They would use silver, colloidal silver, things of this nature to purify. Silver represents purification, purity.
There you
So
go, Cha Cha. No, I seriously, and my wife will verify this. As I chat with people, um, for some reason, I pick up an energy with people, and I share that through a color. And Cha Cha, as you said, I picked up silver with you a couple of times, and so now Ghost Lincoln answered your question.
yeah, silver's always represented purity. It's kind of like white. I mean, everybody thinks, oh, white's pure.
No,
Technically,
what it was, I think I asked Cha Cha the last time we did a live or something like that, or we were in a chat. I picked up silver. Cha Cha had silver on her. That's why I asked her if she was wearing silver. I do weird stuff like that. Joe Morgan, what color are you? You're a cracker.
tasty yellow white. That's poor. That's so.
Joe Morgan, I'm fucking with you.
Its color is very interesting.
Gotta love a cracker with cheese.
Joe Morgan's a strong motherfucker.
Yeah,
His
he
color,
is.
yeah, his color, yeah, his origin is very interesting. It's there's an old expression, and to translate it into normal English words, not the words that they would use to explain it, would be what's the terminology for it? It's called English translation for that language. Oh shit.
I don't know what you're looking for.
A battle hardened soul.
Yes.
Basically,
That there you go. No, you're right there, Ghost. Joe Morgan is a battle hardened soul. That's the words right there. I like that.
and it's those battle hardened souls colors are usually trying to remember the order colors. It's not a field I delve in anymore since most of my family is passed, so it's not a thing daily anymore. But everybody says that everybody has their own. This is this color or whatever. But
Right.
normally, your stronger battle hardened is usually white, purple. There's a red influx, and depending on their actual energy, I mean, you could have a good person, you could have a person that's a lot of shit that changes the center. It could be a darker, a lighter color. I've seen black, and the person is the most epic person in the world. It's just they had that tarnish in their energy.
There you go. I like that one too. Tarnish in their energy. Yeah, because we all have the energy.
And everybody's energy is different. We just
Right.
don't see in it. That's the thing. We used to, and some still do, but as a general rule, that's pretty much fucking been bred out of us with Kellogg's cereal and fucking McDonald's. What do you want to use for that one?
I haven't ate McDonald's in years.
I'm. We do still have a hamburger station. And very many, very. I don't even think anybody remembers those, but I do eat there every now and then. You get these two little hamburgers. They're about yay big. You know, Hawaiian bun, all beef patty, big old wad of fries, pickles, mustard. Every once in a while, get that. As a general rule,
That sounds like a White Castle burger here. We have White Castles in Ohio. We have White Castle in Cincinnati. I don't think you have them up by you, do you?
too. Yeah. Hamburger Station blew them out of the water because they're far better. And their fries are epic. They're like carnival fries. Literally. Fucking epic. It's like everything, you don't want to eat it every day because you won't enjoy it. And I eat it maybe
Right.
every payday. I get it for a Saturday lunch.
There you go. Yeah, I haven't had White Castles in a while. What's going on, big chap?
I don't eat White Castle. It gives me the shits. Always did.
Uh, but
Hey, big chap. Yep. Face with the name. For the beer.
Joe Morgan, you have problems with the broke ass phone. But no, going back to Cha Cha's question to me, yes, I have, and this is a really weird thing. It's called picking up. I pick up energy through chat, which I never thought I'd be able to do, and I've been doing this for a long time. Just if something hits me, if I'm in the, like we're in a chat right now, if just in the chat and people are, putting their comments up, whatever, I'll pick up on somebody, and there's always a color that I'll pick up with them, and that was with Chacho when I asked about the silver. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, it's because when you listen to Cha Cha in the chats, you get a hint of purity. And there's probably a dark underlying dirtiness behind that purity, but there's always that purity. It comes out first.
No, but that was not what I was Cha Cha, that's not what I was picking up. I was picking up just like something. It was like a silver necklace or bracelet. I ask when this situation hits me with somebody, I will ask them the question. I won't come out and say I see you wearing this, or I see that this is next to you, but I will ask. It's one of the weird things I have.
Yeah, the spiritual creature within all of us is way different to each person. And it's to tell you, hi, my name's, here's what I do every day, here's who I am, here's what I am. If you just look at them, you listen to them, be it text or verbal or whatever, and it's like, yeah, no. No. But then they come in and they're just part of the group, and they just blah 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 along with everybody. It's like, did you fucking look at that?
But like I said, I don't know how to explain it. It just it hits me. I ask. I will just come straight out and ask a question.
I could explain it, but I'm definitely not going to because that is a whole. That's the other thing too. Is something. Well, I mean, you'll know it to some degree, depending. But when you start diving down that road of spiritualism, naturalism, oh God, the other term, not relativism. Oh, it's like,
Cha, you do not have a dark soul.
yeah, she does. She just hides it. Don't
Yes,
let.
she does.
But she gonna drive up here and kick me in the head now.
I was just gonna say, Ghost, she's gonna kick you right in the nuts.
Sweetheart.
Yes.
But the thing is, and this is something like mediums or psych. Well, true mediums and true psychics of that nature understand that when you start, because it's been so beaten and bled out of society, that now when you start, doing this in there, you're gonna get it back harder than you're looking.
Right.
You're talking about a spirit that came and haunted you and kicked you in your dick in your seat. If you told that to a person, and that person looked at you like you were an idiot, whatever, and yet somebody overheard you, and somebody's like, "Oh fuck!" Every time it cycles and it circulates, and every time it's like it's a rumor that starts and forms and happens. Well,
Yeah,
that
just like the people, the Haitians eating cats and dogs and geese up in Springfield.
that woman eating a cat wasn't even in Ohio.
Right.
But here's the fucking sad part: is if you actually look at Haitians, their upbringings and everything else, that's normal.
What's going on, roaming prepper?
That's normal to walk up and be like, "Ooh, good." I wouldn't personally eat a Canadian goose. There's some greasy ass birds and they're nasty.
Right. I wondered about it though, the Canadian geese, because they say eat duck. Duck is greasy, so I can just imagine what a Canadian goose is like.
Duck is not bad if the person knows how to cook it. But
I've never had duck. I've never ate duck.
I've had duck, and I've known people that can. My great grandma could cook a duck that you thought you were eating the best chicken in the world. But a Canadian goose is just a greasy, big ass shitting bird. That's all that damn thing is.
Yeah, they leave turds like cats do.
That's what cracks me up. Everybody's bitching. Oh, they're down there eating a Canadian geese. Who gives a fuck? I bet the park's cleaner. Shit like a goose. That's where it fucking came from. Right. I mean, they 2 or 3 steps and take a shit. Fuck you.
Roaming prepper had to go there. Now, here's one. The Haitian.
All right.
Haiti. There is a lot of voodoo in the old style of those people. So are they bringing voodoo here back to the States? I'm being silly, people. Come on.
I don't think so. I think they're bringing here with what they lived and grew up. They know.
Right.
And,
right.
This is how they live. They're walking down the road and the goose is walking off being an asshole. Snap! Dinner!
Okay, this was, now that you said that, Ghost, this was one of my comments to somebody I was talking to about this. It's like these people that are in other countries coming over here illegally, they're bringing their culture with them, and they're saying, fuck your culture, this is how we live.
Well, the thing is even the people that are coming over here legally are still bringing their culture, but they're sitting there going, ooh, I probably shouldn't do this if I want to be a part of the civility that is the U.S. But then you have the other ones that come up and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. This is how I grew up. Okay. Well, you can
Right.
go with your government paid card to the fucking Giant Eagle and get yourself a goddamn turkey. Dude, really? What are you saving that card for?
Right.
I mean, I personally, I don't give a shit. You want to eat a Canadian goose? Dude, I will buy you a bag of crushed black pepper and go for it. No, you fucking eating things. I hate them. Now, ducks, mallard ducks, wood ducks. We have there's another duck a beautiful duck that lives in my area. You leave them the fuck alone. Those Canadian geese, fucking tear them up. Get them. Yeah, it's a federally protected bird that never started here.
Right. Right. But it's protected now.
If I keep somebody fucking cracking a bald eagle and eating it, yeah, their ass is gonna have a real bad fucking day. Or peregrine falcon, or another falcon I have around here. I can't remember the name of it. No, you're gonna have a bad day. But Canadian geese and fucking buzzard vultures.
Oh yeah, the buzzard vultures. Those are big ass birds too.
Oh, yeah, they sit on a roof. And there's like 3 of them on a roof. Like,
Yeah, we get some of them here, and that's a huge bird.
big bastard. Now they're not aggressive.
No,
They don't.
they have. Isn't that a group of vulture turkeys is called a committee?
Oddly enough. But I mean, they're not aggressive. And the funny thing with turkey vultures is they kind of, they relieve themselves in areas where really you don't walk into it.
No,
You know,
no, they eat the dead animal. They eat roadkill.
yeah, or like Haitian. Oh wait, yeah. But you got Canadian geese, those damn things shit everywhere. It's like giving a bus full, literally a bus full of toddlers, sugar-free chocolate and setting them loose in a park with no pants on.
Right.
They're assholes. Even swans from them, and swans in my area, you don't fuck with a swan. You don't. Swans are fucking dicks. They will kick
Yeah, that's a mean bird. That's a mean bird.
from Canadian geese. They're like, I don't have time for you. Stay the fuck up. They mess with our.
What you do is you throw them some bread crumbs over that way, and you go that way.
They don't follow that shit.
No, swans are mean.
Swans will look at you and be like, better have a goddamn Girl Scout Thin Mint cookies in that pocket. I'm fucking you up. Canadian geese just look at you like, I'm going to peck you, bite you, squawk at you, and shit everywhere.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Damn animals.
But like behind my building where I live, we have a male and a female. Well, actually, they're on 3rd generation male female that always comes behind my building. They build a nest. And they are friendly. When I'm working in my garage, they come over and they sit with me, and they're just funny. They just, hey, how you doing? What you doing? They sit there in my garage while I'm welding or whatever the fuck. They don't care. But
they just sit there and watch you.
You know, they lay their eggs. They bring their babies to me every year, and it's I know it's generational because there's no way in hell that goose is old. But you get this. It's like people, and it's a proven point. Is animals are like people. You always have this group of people that are awesome, and this group of people that are fucking assholes. Same with animals.
Right. And animals know when humans are assholes.
Yeah, they do.
Animals, your dogs, your cats, they know.
Yeah, that's always been a funny thing because they always tell you if your dog can't trust a person, then that person don't need to be around you. And I always thought that was interesting because a lot of dogs do not like me. Period. They don't like me.
What, dogs don't?
Nope. The hair stands up, the tail drop. I mean, it's the dog is straight in attack mode. And I never understood that because I love animals. Now I keep me
Right.
Canadian down the road. I don't want to.
I was gonna say maybe change your soap. No, I'm fucking with you, man.
Dog trainer for almost 30 years now. And when she gets like a dog that
That could be.
or an aggressive type dog or something of that nature, she'll give me a call. Hey, I got one of these dogs. Can you really walk in the room, look at that dog, and see you sit the fuck down and behave? And that dog will put his ass on the floor or her ass on the floor and behave. And I asked her why a lot of docile dogs, even though they shouldn't be, react in this manner. And she goes, because that animal sees you as an alpha and doesn't want to fuck with you.
Right.
Well, that's completely annoying as hell.
And that's with all animals too. All animals. There's an alpha male and there is also an alpha female in all groups. In all groups.
I mean, the first time I went deer hunting, this was epic. I remember this day now, and that was when I was what? I don't know. It was really long. It's like 16, 17. Me, my dad, my uncle, we're sitting in the woods waiting for these deers, and deer. And my dad's sitting there. He's got a shotgun. He's doing the things. My uncle's over there in the tree stand doing the thing. And I'm sitting there, my shotgun sitting by my leg. I'm just looking around because, hey, I'm out in the woods with my family. I'm enjoying this. And I fell asleep.
You're not supposed to do that.
Well, I fell asleep. My dad fell asleep. My uncle fell asleep. And I wake up to a headbutt. Well, my natural response was knife out the hip, straight up. That was my first deer. Was literally my knife through that deer's.
Oh, you did a Rambo.
It's literally a spur of the moment. I woke up, went wham right into that deer's throat, and I saw in that deer's eyes, like, dude, I was just here to say hi, and it's like, motherfucker. Damn.
See, and I have never, and this is the reason why I've never went hunting. Because I never hung with anybody as a kid that did hunting. And if I did it on my own, I would not know how to field dress, because I know if you cut a certain organ, you can fuck up the meat.
Yeah, okay. It depends on. Well, I mean, you can do that by shooting it too. I've seen some people hit it with an arrow in the wrong spot, bullet in the wrong spot, and it's like you just made fertilizer, dude. You're a dumbass.
No, when I was growing up, well, actually, all through my life until I went into the military, I was never around guns. So, what's X saying here?
Bear hunting.
So, I heard you can eat bear, but I heard it's kind of tough. I don't know.
Bear's fatty as fuck, depending on when you eat it. I've had bear.
Oh, you have? Okay. Now, I've had buffalo.
If it bleeds other than human beings on this planet, I've eaten it.
Well,
Yeah,
okay, this is going to be a gross one, but you know you can eat any liver from any animal,
yeah, yeah. I know that.
including human. I had to
Yeah.
throw that. I had to throw that in there. I know it's gross, but I mean it's true.
Well, the liver is one of the few strangest organs actually in any biomass vessel. That's a good way to put it. That is self-replicating and self-healing. But the problem is with the liver is all the vitamins, the minerals in which your liver needs. It has. I can't eat liver because I can't stand. I cannot. Oh my god, I cannot stand the smell of liver. Period.
Well,
Now,
I
hamburger.
love chicken livers, beef liver with onions.
I can't. I can't stand the cooking smell of liver. Raw liver smell doesn't bother me. Cooking
You know
smell.
what? You ever
Mm.
tasted your own blood? That's
Yeah,
kind of what liver is. You get that iron taste.
yeah. Which that doesn't bother me. It's the smell of a liver in a skillet. I can't get.
Put some bacon with it.
No, it doesn't matter. I still smell the liver. Viking burgers. 10% of that hamburger had ground beef liver in it. And those were epic. I loved them. I didn't smell it because I don't taste the iron because I cook in cast irons. That really don't matter. But I didn't smell it while it was cooking. Now, to eat liver raw, I've done it. I can do it. Not a problem. Eat it cooked, I will fucking hurl. I did.
What about chicken liver?
I can't stand them. I hate chewing on them damn things. I hate no. I've had them boiled, baked, smoked, grilled. I hate chewing on them fucking things. But the problem is chicken liver. I mean, if that animal does not, chicken liver is actually not a good one. Cow liver is actually one of the best. Pig liver, I stay away from it. Um, really, most of your animal livers, other than cow, are not really worth eating. Technically, not human wise. Animal wise, they will benefit the most from those livers. We will not.
Right. Well, and I don't know. Like I said, chicken liver and beef liver is what I've ate. I do like deep fried chicken livers. I'll eat those, and beef liver with onions. I'll eat.
You
But
ever see
it took me a while to get used to the taste.
alligator liver is fucking good, but there's no point in eating it.
I've never had that.
It don't benefit you because the point. And here's the thing. Everybody's like, oh, I eat the brains, the hearts, the livers, the intestines, the asshole. They eat fucking every inch of this organ in the body. The problem is, and I get you don't want to waste it. All right, I can understand that you don't want to waste it. But what benefit do you get from it? Like chitlins? Sorry, there is no fucking point. Plain and simple, no point. You need
Well,
to
you
get
know how they started eating that shit. The chitlins. I think we all know about that one. And it go, but wait a minute. While you're talking about the chitlins, all the scraps, the chicken wing, the chicken leg, back in the day, was considered scrap meat, and that's what the slaves made.
well, yeah. Now look at it. Now you go to fucking BW3s and you're paying $1 a fucking wing.
Right, right. But
But
I'm just saying. I mean, the cuts of meat that we eat today used to be considered the cheap shit or the shit they would throw out and let the poor people eat.
Well, the old expression is waste not, want not, right?
Right.
So, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't eat wings. I don't eat ribs. I don't eat legs. I don't eat thighs. And it's just because that type of meat really fucks with my digestive system. But, like growing up, my sister, me and my mom were white meat. We only ate the breast. That's all we ate. But my sister, my dad, those two, good Lord, there was not enough dark meat in that damn bird for them. But the thing is
no oxtail.
I actually like oxtail.
Well, maybe I should not say it because I've never had it. It just doesn't sound good.
Interesting cut of meat, and it's very flavorful. Actually, it's really good. It's expensive here in Ohio, but it is if it's cooked the way it's meant to be cooked and seasoned properly, it melts in your mouth like it's fucking delicious. It is fucking delicious.
Really. It just sounds so odd. It sounds odd.
Well, it's like frog legs,
Right.
But,
My wife ate frog legs. My wife was actually taught who your grandpa or uncle taught her how to skin a turtle. Snapping turtle.
Yeah, the trick with turtles is you got to keep soaking them in water until the water's clear. There's some nasty buggers. But the thing is,
they say turtle meat is good. I've never tried it.
Thing is with turtle meat is there's like several different meats in a turtle.
Right.
But the thing is with a turtle is you literally put it in a bucket full of clean water. When the water turns dark, you put it in another bucket of clean water. You keep doing that until the water that turtle in is clear. Then it's eatable. Don't eat it beforehand because it's going to get nasty.
All right, hang on. I gotta grab a beer and I'll be right back. Hang on.
Ooh, I'm left unsurprised. Let's go. Yeah, I've had oxtail soup. I prefer the oxtail itself, not in soup. A turtle's been acquired, but if turtle's done right, it's interesting. It's like eating chicken, pork, steak, everything. It's crazy. Turtle's an interesting creature to eat. But it's got to be done right. It's got to be cleaned naturally right, and then cleaned properly. I can't do pig feet. I can't do pig feet. Now their ears, we usually turn them into chickaroons or feed them to dogs. But pork rinds, sorry, I guess it's the other term, pork rinds. We've turned pig ears into pork rinds. But usually we would smoke them and let the dog chew on them for several hours. But organ meat's different because it's always it's a unique belief and understanding that if you eat an organ, that organ is going to help your organ. Which liver is a proven fact of that, but eating animal hearts, and that's the thing, I can't do it. I'm not eating brains or eyeballs or I've had like ham spam. Intestines. I'm sorry, eating a pig's intestines is not going to help my intestines. It's going to me. But if you make sausage in natural casing is probably thin and stretched. Test.
It is talking.
It's called a pain.
All right, back.
You know, I can't eat chicken. No. I'll smoke shit out of them and cook them right and feed them to pets. But I personally can't eat them. Just no. I tried. I just not can't do it.
Excellent. That's funny. I don't eat cat.
You know what the sad thing is with that is like, you know, in the US, we don't eat cats, we don't eat dogs, we don't eat pets.
No,
Well, I mean, unless you go to a certain Chinese restaurants, but I'm not going
Right.
there.
people eat horse.
I've had horse, but the thing is people are. There's no better way to say this, but bred and raised that you don't eat your pet.
Right. Well, okay. Now that you bring that up, okay. Here is my thinking. All right. If these Haitian people are doing these things, that's because they did it back in their homeland.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you look at like China back, not so long ago, we'll just say that everybody's pet dogs were confiscated for relocation. I'll say it that way. The thing is what it is. It's like if you look at different countries, different things of that nature, is they don't refer to these animals as pets.
Right. Right.
We do. Well, they always say dog is man's best friend. Okay. What's a cat other than a pain in the ass?
Hey, now wait a minute. Our cats are kind of cool sometimes until they wake me up at 3 o'clock in the morning wanting to play.
If you had, say you had 100-acre farm, right? And you grew cows, chickens, sheep, and goats, for example. And for some damn reason, you named a couple of each. You would not want to eat them because as soon as you put a name to that animal no longer becomes that animal. It is now your pet, your loved one.
That's why you don't name your food.
You don't. You look at different countries and that they don't name their pets. Now some do. And some may name, this dog's Fifi, and that dog is dog.
Right. Well, that's why I laugh at some of the YouTube channels I've watched where homesteaders or they're raising rabbits or raising chickens, but they actually have names for them. It's like, now wait a minute, you plan on eating these animals. Worst case scenario. So don't name them.
Yeah, because to name your food stock.
I'm sorry, Cha-Cha. I know.
Cha-Cha had many animals. And she named many, and she lost many. And I feel so sorry for her. Because that's painful. When you know an animal, you raise an animal, you name that animal, and you become that animal's life, and that animal is your life. It's a pain. It hurts deeply. Use that animal.
And Cha-Cha, don't get this conversation wrong. Don't twist it because I'm an animal lover. I really am.
I love them on my plate, but I don't name the meat that's going on my plate.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to raise a horse to eat it. Fuck no. No. Raise it to work with me and be a part of my life, and I'll be a part of its life, and we'll take care of each other. And when Mr. Horse or Mrs. Horse is dead, it's going to get a proper burial. It's not going to go to a meat factory. It's, that's where it's going to go back to earth.
Right.
If you get 30 chickens, you can bet your ass I'm not naming a single one unless it pisses me off. Then it's going to get a name because I want to be able to call it by its name and chew its ass out. Right?
Shithead or whatever. No. Here's a story for you. I was 16. One of the guys one of the friends I was growing up with, his aunt had a farm. So we went and spent the weekend at the farm. They came out and asked, what would you guys like for dinner? And they had chickens running around all over the place. They had cows. And they said, we can have fresh chicken or we can have steak. And back then, I'm like, chicken. I've never had fresh chicken.
That's the best chicken in the fucking world.
So she came out and literally, with a 22, shot a couple of chickens. And I shit you not, first time I've ever seen this, that chicken jumped. I was like, wow. But she boiled, she stripped them down the old-fashioned way, boiled them, plucked the feathers, the whole 9 yards.
Yep, it's a mess. I hate doing that. I did it many times. Mom, we used to go down there. It was every Sunday, and she raised chickens, cows, goats. She had a couple of sheep. She had a big garden. She was an older lady. She was like in her 80s at this time, and at that age, I was more man, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Paul was like 16, and she's like, "Hey, let's go get a chicken for dinner." And I'm like, "Okay." And she taught me how to walk through the chickens, how to find the one, and she's like, "That one right there." And I looked at the chicken. I'm like, "Your dinner," and it looked right up at me. I literally grabbed it by the throat, lifted it up, and she goes, "Chickens are dumb. I mean, they're sweet, they're fun, dumb."
Oh, they're nasty though too.
They're the best control on the planet. And she goes, "All right, take the chicken, put your left hand on its neck." I was like, "All right, what am I doing?" She goes, "We have two choices. You can snap its neck, super easy. I'll show you the other method, which is more fun." And I'm like, I'm 16. Let's go for more.
You can take it down. Go ahead.
Like, grab both legs. And she goes, "All right, lay it down on the stump." No shit. The chicken literally stretched its head out. She goes, "Here's the cleaver. Take the head off." Okay, what do I do after that? She goes, "Throw it." Literally, I drop that cleaver down, take the head off that chicken, toss that body. That body ran around for like 5 minutes. Around the yard, spitting blood everywhere. And I'm like, "Doesn't it scare the rest of the chickens?" She goes, "No, I guarantee you'll get another one."
Yeah. Okay, here's one for you. And I've shared this story with a few other people. We did some training in the Philippines. We were given 5 pounds of rice and a live chicken. We went to the jungle doing our training stuff. And okay, so we got to kill the chicken, do our own food thing. One guy literally took the chicken down. There was a stream, a creek, a stream of water, and he tried to drown his chicken.
It's not gonna work. Because now it's easy.
I'll never forget that. Oh, sorry, Cha-Cha.
That's actually the funny thing.
You have a good night, Cha-Cha. I don't think she likes our conversation.
She's a farm girl. She's a sweetie.
But no, that's a true story.
You don't drown a chicken.
No, I don't know what this kid would. Well, I was what 26. I think he was like 19.
It's still, you don't drown a chicken. You can hold the chicken by the neck and go.
Right.
Work with long neck. It's not hard to just snap.
I'll never. I will take that one to the grave.
It's to remove the head and let it pump its own blood out.
That was just too funny. He didn't want to cut the head off. He couldn't, and he thought the safest way to do it was to take it down to the creek, down to the river, and drown it. I was like, all right. Let's change the topic.
Yeah, might as well.
I don't know, but that's life. It's life.
Don't name something you ever want to eat. Plain simple. Don't name it. Now, my old boss raised 2 pigs. He named one ham and bacon. Which they made some
Now,
damn.
see, my smart ass. If I raised some pigs, I'd name them just because I know I'm going to eat them. And I would probably name them pork chop.
Yeah, I
bacon. yeah,
mean, not a name, right?
right.
Name your pig.
Oh, come here, baby back.
You look at cats and dogs. You don't name a cat or dog their actual species or their actual sustenance capacity. Name it, whatever you name that dog or cat. Or some
Right.
people birds. I raise fish. I've raised over Jesus. I'd have to say close to over 7,000 fish. And I've always given them all a name. Some, and I gave them a name in which they responded to. It could have been their actual species name, which, damn, some of them were ridiculous because it's just this long, fucking scientific name. But that's how the fish responded. I had a few fish that responded to number 1, number 2. They heard that and they came to it. The fish I have now, they all have names. I would never eat the fish I raise, but the fish I raise are not edible. They're toxic to humans, pets.
What kind of fish you raising?
Everything from koi to I've raised lionfish. I've raised puffer fish. I have armored plecos right now that if you ate those would make you sick.
Yeah, I know a puffer fish are nasty.
They're funny, stupid. They're like little children. They're funny. They're fucking funny. They are so badly funny. But they're not stupid. It's like you walk up to the tank and it's like, hey, you hungry? And they just come right over to you. They come up out of the water like, beep,
Right. Give me food.
They sit there, they eat, and you look at them, you got full belly, ready to poop, and they just look at you like, yeah. They come to the tank, they'll put their bodies against their tank because they know if you rub the tank, they can feel that. It's kind of like you're petting them. I've had many fish species that would actually bring enough of their body up out of the water, and you move your finger down their head, down their spine. And they wanted that. They would actually come to you to get petted. My 2 armored plecos, they are literally, my smallest right now is 15 inches long. His name's Jelly. When I come home from work, he's facing the front of the tank at him. What are you doing? And he will literally come up to the front of the tank, put his belly against the tank, and I'll sit there and rub the tank for a couple of minutes. And then when it's time to feed him, because I make them their little algae pellets and biscuits. I'll open that tank and look down at him. He's looking right up at me. It's like, you want some biscuits? He will actually come up out of the water and grab it out of my hand.
Wow. My brother had an Oscar fish that would do that.
Oscars are funny. They're evil, but they're fun.
Yeah. He would give him worms. If he found spiders in the house, he'd feed him spiders.
Anything. I had I've raised several koi. My last koi, beautiful one, it was Moya. Her total length was 2.5 feet long. She was literally, I don't know, as big around as a 2-liter bottle.
Right.
And literally, I had no lids on this tank. I just had the light. It hovered above the tank. She would come up to me. She literally would stick her head up. She would get as much as she could up off the tank and sit there and just do this to me. And she would react. When I was cleaning the tank, I'd put my hand out like this, and she'd come over and she would just sit in my hand. She loved belly rubs. She loved the back of her head rubbed. She would eat from my hand. Everything. It's like, this is a puppy dog that lives in a 200 and some gallon tank.
Right.
She's a puppy. She just didn't bark. Now, fair warning though, if it came Sunday and something happened and I was gone Sunday and I couldn't do tank maintenance or whatever, which it didn't matter, my tank was so established that it could go for a month and have to work on it. When I come back, she would come up out of that tank and spit water at my ass until I cleaned that tank.
Yep. I've heard of that. Yep. I've heard of that with fish.
The only downfall is they require water. Literally. It's not like a bowl of water. No, they have to live in water. So you don't have the same flexibility you do with a cat, a dog, a bird, an owl. A friend of mine has one hell of a funny owl. But you don't have
that would be a weird pet to have an owl.
Yeah.
That's not pet material. What I see as pet material is a dog or a cat. That's it. Not a fucking monkey, not an alligator. I'm sorry to you, Ghost, but not a fish. Although we have had goldfish, but a tarantula. How is a tarantula a pet?
I know people with them too.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I know people with venomous snakes that could kill you.
Right. That there's another one. A snake. A snake is not a pet.
I always thought the same thing. It's like my buddy with the owl. That owl, I don't know how to explain this thing. It's a predatory ball of fluff. I mean, that's literally what it is. That owl literally comes up to you. It wants its it just acts like a damn dog. It wants petted. It wants held. It will sleep right by your head and make sure nothing attacks you in your sleep. It's fucking priceless.
Wow.
Each animal has its own ability, and it's if that person and that animal connect in that mannerism. My buddy has 6 venomous snakes right now. One's a king cobra.
Did you say king cobra?
He has a king cobra. Her name is Shelly.
Wow.
Well, I guess queen cobra, but he's also got a ball python, I can't remember the bright blue one, and then there's another python he has that basically has no anti-venom. And then they just walk around. They don't walk. They slither around the house and whatever. And when you go over there, he tells you, I have venom, and I've been there. He's like, I have venomous snakes. They're somewhere. Watch your step.
There was one guy that when I was in the service, spent some time with him. He had a boa constrictor. This was a big fucking snake, but this snake liked to hang up on his curtain rod. He would put this thing up on the curtain rod, and it would just hang out there.
Yep. His king cobra. I mean, that would kill you if it bit you.
Right.
But
I'm not going to play with an animal that's venomous.
the thing is he's had him since egg. So
I don't care. It's a fucking snake. It's going to bite you.
Well, he farmed him for venom. That's why he had.
Okay. All right. I get that part.
Mhm. But the sad thing is and he's at him for so long now, he don't have to argue with him. He just walks in the room with the cup and points at the snake, and the snake comes over. He don't have to do it. He holds the cup down, the snake bites it. And when you walk in his house, it's like, so which ones are out today? And he goes, all of them. I'm like, oh, fuck. Are you serious? He goes, you'll be fine. You know, and I walk past the shelf, and the king cobra sitting on the shelf, and I look over, and she's just like, it's the whatever they call that in her head is down, and she's just looking, and it's like, and I put my hand out, and she will climb down my arm and sit on my shoulder. It's like, how?
Wow.
But king cobra sitting here, just like, hi. But then you go out in the wild, you go out to somebody's house that didn't grow up or treat whatever, and that thing's evil as shit.
No, thank you. That's all I'm saying. No, thank you.
It's like people that raise the wolves, you know, raise gators, raise all the people in zoos and everything, raise these animals. Yeah, truth of the matter is, I don't care if it's your dog or your cat that's like 57 generations homegrown. There's always that instinct in that animal to fucking kill you.
Right, exactly.
It's just, don't trigger it.
It's like having a pet monkey. He's going to throw shit at you eventually. If you have poo, fling it now.
You know, I always wondered what would happen if you actually shit in your hand and threw it at the monkey to throw shit. What the fuck would he do?
Oh, right. I don't know.
What did he look like? What the fuck? Dude, hit him with a turd. He'd be looking at the other monkey.
Did you see this? Do you believe this guy over here? What the hell?
Him and the head with a fucking corn dog. What the fuck? It's like everything. An animal does something to get a reaction. Well, I mean, people fucking do it too.
People do it too. You got to remember, Ghost. We are animals.
Yeah, it's just
that was funny though. I promise I will not throw my poop at you.
I mean, if somebody pisses me off at that point, I don't even know what level of piss that is.
Right?
I throw fucking toilets at people. You know, I mean, I've thrown some shit at people, but I've never been so angry that I actually threw shit at somebody. Could it happen? Fucking pop.
Who knows?
And at that point, you'd be so pissed that you'd just be like, whoosh.
Take that.
You'd be pissed beyond the point of being pissed. It would be a whole new level where your human psyche in your body be like, you know what? Fuck this. You dumb fuck.
That would be some road rage stuff. Somebody wearing Depends and getting so mad at somebody else, they get out, take their Depends off, and smack it on the windshield.
That's a little different. That's you throwing a diaper. I mean, to actually.
I don't know. I just thought of that.
Like a whole new level of pissed the fuck. It would be so angry. Your mind, your body, your soul, your energy would not be able to even comprehend that amount of anger. You know what? Fuck.
Hey, folks, I'm just saying, this is an open chat.
Eastern rattlesnakes on my property, 5 foot long. Those are good eating.
Oh, there you go. I've never ate rattlesnake.
I know everybody says snake and gator taste like chicken. No, it fucking don't. It has the texture of chicken. It's
I've never ate it, so I don't know.
It don't taste like chicken.
That's funny.
Gators right seasoning.
That's good. That's good.
Cages will tell you the seasoning you need for gator. It's fucking, oh my god, it's good. Salt and pepper, don't cut it with a snake. You need garlic, onion, a little bit of thyme. Gator's more of a lemon pepper, citrus. Although citrus goes good with snake too.
I have no idea. Like I said, never had it. I have no idea.
Camels, I don't want camel. Add that. Not a fan. Bear is a very.
I heard that's tough.
Depends on the age and when the bear is killed. Like if you get it in, summertime, that's when it's lean. It's very tough, but it's easy to season. It's easy to what do they call that? Tenderize. Bear meat's easy to tenderize because it's a lot of muscle. Now you get it in the winter months, it's very fatty.
All right.
But elk's good, goose is good. Horse, I know everybody hates that idea, but horse is pretty good. Buffalo's good. Come to think of it, I think I will pretty much eat anything but fucking goose. I hate goose. I don't like rabbit either, actually. I don't like rabbit either.
What about roadkill? No, I'm just kidding.
Now, I have had deer that was smacked by a truck. That's roadkill. I've had that. That's a different scenario because it wasn't paved into the pavement. It was literally.
Now with deer, and you're right about that. With deer, depending on how it's hit, as long as the meat is not bruised, because you get all from that bruising, you get the broken blood vessels. The blood goes through the meat.
No, that's
not true.
No, the problem is if you explode the organs.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to bust the organs up, and you sure as hell don't want to. Like if you say you went deer hunting and you shot a deer in its lower gut and you blew its intestines up.
That's why you got to do a neck shot or a head shot with deer.
Or heart.
Right.
You could do a heart shot and eat the heart, but most hunters usually go in that heart-lung area to take out the lungs and the heart, but still I've seen that deer run for fucking 100 goddamn miles before it finally stops.
Right, and I've heard that, but I thought, with the deer being hit, depending on where it got hit, because bruising the meat was not good.
It makes it tougher, but no. The biggest thing you have to watch with any animal is you don't want to explode certain organs.
Okay. All right.
Intestines, the kidney, the stomach. Apart from that, it's fair game. That's why when you field dress a deer, you go from chin, cut around the asshole, and pull all that out, and then you take some people eat the lungs, you take the heart. Some people do eat the kidneys. Some people eat the deer liver, but the intestines and the stomach normally are always just thrown in the wood. Animal
out, right? Let the wolves and other critters eat that stuff.
And never shoot a deer in the asshole. You just ruined the deer.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I was doing volunteer work at the wolf sanctuary, the wolves That's exactly what they went for first. Was the asshole of the deer. I was tripping. They tore this deer up.
Evil Rick, what's he got? Northern water snakes, green tree snakes, water moccasins, cottonmouths. They're all edible. They all pretty much taste the same too. Corn snakes are a little spicy though. Not sure why. And X does the heart and the liver. Yeah. You want that's the thing with like deers, the heart, the liver, the kidneys. I don't know why people eat the kidneys, but you literally want to cook them the day of the dropping of the deer. And that goes with cows too, unless I mean you can instantly freeze it. You want to,
Right.
yeah, you want that is fresh, and quite frankly, you need to cook it still warm.
Well, saying that, and that's my issue. I do not know how to field dress. I've never killed a fucking animal. And, I'm not going to do it unless I have somebody with me that knows what they're doing. Because I don't want to fuck up the meat.
You just don't cut meat. That's the secret. You don't like. Well, yeah, it's not a pew pew. I can show it. Where are you? Where's my deer knife? Oh, there you are. So this is my deer knife. It don't have a gut hook on it, but I mean it's sharp. But as a general rule, depending on the deer, what I'll do is when I'm working with the deer, I will hold it like this, and because I do have this notch, I can and I'm wearing gloves usually. I don't do it barehanded, but I know that depending on the deer, I don't want more than this going through its gut.
All right. Yeah, because you don't want to puncture certain organs, like you were saying.
Yep. Then you go around the barn like, yoink. But you have to practice with that. Like you said, you got to practice with that. You have to know it. And everybody that I know or in my area, in my group, the deer hunts, they all have this one knife that they know. You know what I mean? Where they put their hand, where they can hold on to it. This is my new one. I don't know where my old one is. I probably had to retire because I probably sharpened too damn much. But I did. I don't know where my other one is. That sucks. Now, it's the same as that one. It's just a little bit different blade curve on it.
Right.
But
no, I know the knife with the hook on it, but like I said, my thing is,
gutter.
I've never hung out with guys that went hunting. I've only killed chickens. I've never killed deer.
Chickens are easy. Yeah.
I'm not saying I couldn't do it, but I want to know how to do it the right way if that situation comes up.
This is my favorite for chicken. Because you can just walk through the field.
Oh, hell no. What the hell is that?
That is a foldable sight. And I've used it many a time for chicken. It just, chicken and turkey, pops the heads right off. There's.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that one. That's different.
Yeah, it works awesome for birds.
Wow.
Especially because I don't like to sit and shoot for birds. I don't. I mean, I know it's a sport and the bird flies. I'd rather just see if it sits there, and if it sits there, I walk up and go, Foop! Off with your head.
Yeah, if it's not gonna move.
Yeah, it's like I've sat there in the bird blind, the hunting blinds, and you get the things that scares the birds up. Which I mean, it's fun, but quite frankly, it's so much fun when you spend the time with and this is actually kind of morbid to say, but you spend the time in the area. The animals get to know you, and I don't feed them. Obviously, I'm not going to do that because that's just cheating. But the animals get to realize, oh, this dumbass is always here. Okay, we ain't got to worry about him. because they have no memory, literally. And you just walk out there one day, it's like, oh hey, and they all go, oh shit, and they fly away. But you come back the next day, and they're all still sitting there. You just pick another one off, and they. I don't want to waste the ammo to do what I can do by.
Right.
Now, if I had to depend on that, then yes, I would pull up 12 gauge or whatever and whatever. But it's like deer hunting. I've gotten 6 deers, and I've never fired one shot.
Wow.
Not one shot.
I eat deer. I like deer. I know guys that go deer hunting. They share the meat, but I have never went deer hunting.
Deer hunting's boring.
You know, the guys I work with, coworkers, there's like 5 of them. They live in Kentucky. 3 of them are in Kentucky. 2 of them are here in Ohio. But you know, they talk about their tree stands, and they tell me their stories about deer hunting.
When my dad and my uncle taught me deer hunting, I was taught a very simple premise, and that is get your ass out in the woods, become a part of the woods. The deers will either come to you or they won't see you. We didn't do the tree stand. We didn't do the food bricks. You know.
Now, see, I think that's cheating when they put that feed thing out that spreads the corn, whatever deer like to eat, to bring the deer in. That's fucking cheating. Go out in the fucking woods and look for a deer. That's my opinion.
It is cheating, but in like a situation in which you're just going out there to hunt and get deer, you know. But if you're relying on deer to be your food source, right? You know, I have a friend of mine. He's got big salt lick and everything else. He feeds deer all year long. All year long. And he sent me a picture the other day. He's got 30 deer in his backyard.
Wow.
Okay. But what he does, and he's really not adamant or whatever, well, he is respectful, is he will watch the deer. He watches their mating. He watches everything. And he will only remember one that is pretty much hitting their term. You know,
Okay. I see what you're saying.
This buck's antlered like 3 times. All right, we got to get rid of this one. This guy dropped several. Do they call them litters? I can't remember what they call them.
I have no. I don't know.
This doe's old. This buck's old. You're gone. And he's been doing this, and I don't know how he does it where they don't notice, but he picks off the oldest of the group, and he waits. Because deers age way faster than we do. So he picks them off. They're not tagged where he's allowed. He can hunt wherever he wants. But he does that yearly. So here, his fruit, back straps, deer jerky, deer burger. That's basically because he waits till they're so old. So he's not getting them big ass deer steaks. He's only getting the back straps, and he's making deer jerky and deer burger with it. That's what he does with them. He don't do the steaks or anything else. And he pretty much
Wow.
Pretty much every bit of meat on that deer goes into that. The intestines he composts. Any organ he don't eat, he composts. But pretty much the rest of the organs, the lungs, the liver, the heart, all get grinded up into his hamburger. The brain, the eyes, all get grinded up into compost. You know, and every inch of that deer he uses. The antlers, he lets his dogs just, he boils them.
See, and you gotta, and that's the part that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to the animal.
For washing
there's don't waste it. But
yep.
I mean,
here's
I'm not old school. I was never raised up that way. I just know that every animal that was killed to nourish you, there all the other parts were used in some way.
It's
There was no waste.
no, it's actually like Native Americans. That was a respectful thing. Everything in that animal had a purpose, had a point. You thanked, this for that, and this for that, and this for that, and every point of that animal had a point. And the sad thing is,
Right.
there's a few generations that understand this and know this, like you, me. There's people in the chat. I say, hey, I went out today and I got me a fucking 10-point buck. I don't give a fuck about that. I got me like 300 pounds of deer meat. Thank you.
Right.
And now don't get me wrong. There are things that in our society they throw in the trash can and goes to waste. Could they compost? Could they cook it down and feed it to their cats and dogs? Oh hell yeah. Chicken.
Right. And hey, no, you just made a good point right there. Okay, so you got whatever a deer, maybe you got 10 squirrel, whatever. But there are some parts of that animal that you can feed to your pets. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Pretty much all of it.
Right. But you made a good point there.
Like comment that antlers would make a great staff topper. The funny thing is with deer antlers, depending on when you get them, if you get them young, which technically you shouldn't, but you can actually dry and powder them, and it's a male enhancement. Or you can let them dry completely and let the dogs eat them, and the dogs will get the minerals and amino acids and things through them. So it depends on what you want to do with them. There isn't a single part in an animal in which we can't eat technically. But the thing is you don't want the guts in the animal being damaged and exploding, because that releases the shit into the meat that you don't want.
Right, exactly. And that was my point about doing the field dressing. And it doesn't matter what type of animal you're working with. But you have to know how to clean it, so you don't fuck up the meat that you can eat.
It's literally here to asshole, that and shallow, open, pull. Or I've seen the hunter I used to go with was quite interesting to watch. Is he would just cut straight across, go back to the brown eye, cut in a circle, shove his arm up in there, and pull the whole thing out.
Wow. All right.
No, I ain't doing that. Down the middle, open up and remove, and keep what's needed. But the thing is when you field dress the deer, turkeys, whatever animal you're field dressing, you usually field dress it in the woods. And there's a benefit to that. Whatever you don't take and you leave there, all the forest is going to feast on that. All the forest.
Right.
And
from your insects to your four-legged critters, everything is going to benefit from that field dressing.
Exactly. And then, now, if you hit something on the road and you blow up the organ, you've destroyed that. Now, don't get me wrong, there are many animals that will still eat that tainted meat because that's what they do. They eat that shit. Buzzards, fucking raccoons, possums, crows, they eat that shit. Coyotes don't care.
Right. And Comet Moon, I don't know about the squirrel jerky. Because you can make jerky out of all meat.
You can make jerky out of everything, just certain states cannot sell it. I've seen squirrels.
Well, what you know what? Once again, if shit does hit the fan, and the people that know how to do this stuff, they're going to be okay.
Yeah, but see, there's a problem that comes with that.
All right, share that problem.
Well, here's the problem. I can hunt and I can field dress pretty much every animal that's edible. But if everybody's doing this, how long is it going to take? Because there's not going to be anybody going, okay, so today you got one of these, you got one of these, you got 6 squirrels. Because squirrels have, I mean, fucking really not much meat in them. But you have all these different people that killed all these different animals. That was just this group. You got 400 other fucking groups that have done the same thing. It's going to completely destroy the animal population so fucking quickly because all your hunters, not all, no, I can't say all of them because I do know a lot of hunters that are very self-conscious and but a lot of these people are just thinking, well, if shit hits a fan, I'm just gonna go to the woods and I'm gonna shoot every deer I need to eat. Yeah, but how fucking
and I've heard this from other people too. Okay, and I'm talking if shit does hit the fan. People are gonna freak. There's gonna be people that do know how to hunt, and you're gonna have all kinds of people in the woods doing this. And like you said, it's going to bring that your deer,
the whole
wild turkey, whatever. It's gonna bring. It's gonna wipe out the population of these animals.
animal, pigeons, doves, sparrows, robins, all them. I mean, pigeons. Pigeon. I mean, the only thing good on a pigeon, you snap its neck, you pluck it, you take your 2 fingers, hold that pigeon on the back, and pull this chunk off. You get 2 chicken nuggets. The rest of it's trash.
Well, don't forget rat.
Well,
rat was eaten during Vietnam.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, like eating rat or mice, like in Vietnam, Vietnam was a different, I'll say, pollution level.
Yeah, okay. That I get you on that one. All right.
Shit happened this year, and the world goes to fucking hell and back. I would not road at least a year. Because
that would be a last thing I would try to eat. If I was that fucking, I'll have plenty of spam, but if I run out of spam and there's a rat, I'll eat rat.
Well, the thing is, when you look at the different rodents, rat, mice, possum, oh, I'm sorry, what are they called? The possum, what the fuck? Raccoon, well, trash pandas, because that's how they live now. They're trash eaters. Mink, aka weasel, muskrat, they're all consuming trash, but look at their reproduction rate. So you figure with it, I mean, actually, you could probably go, I'll go a year to be safe. After a year, all these rodents, they're not going to have that toxic level of shit in them. They're not going to be chewing the dumpsters. They're not going to be eating out of the trash, our chemical trash. They're going to have to eat and survive naturally in the way they're meant to. So by then,
right,
they're going to be not garbage.
Comet Moon brought up another one was groundhog. Groundhogs.
It's a rodent.
Right.
Groundhogs, woodchucks, beavers are a rodent.
Beaver, right? That's another one.
But yeah, you have to. And see, here's the funny thing: is while everybody's out there, killing all the deer, the wild turkey, all these normal animals, I mean, it would, honestly, I know it's sad to say, but it probably wouldn't take more than 6 months to devastate the planet.
No, but and we are chatting about real shit.
Yeah.
I mean, if it, okay, let me throw this one out there. Okay, NATO, U.S., America has given Ukraine this, what's it called, a ghost missile. They told them they can't use it on Russia, but I just did a video on this. But now Ukraine has been given the green light to use this missile to go inside Russia if they choose to do so. So, I mean, how close are we to the brink of going to WW3? Right. That's my point. So, if we go there, America, and I'm not being a dick when I say this, but people are going to lose their shit if this happens.
Well, there's going to be different avenues of it. And that's where well, in all wars, all you military guys know this too, especially different generations than me. In all these wartime scenarios, you have a couple groups of people. You have the people that are full bore supporting, dying to support the people fighting. You have the people that are dying and struggling to keep some normalcy back home. And then you have this group of people fighting against every fucking thing going on and making it worse. That's your three groups. Well, four groups. The fourth group is all you guys out there doing the fucking things, right?
Right, right.
And quite frankly,
I kind of think our government's pushing. Okay, now, here's something else.
I think they all are.
Well, let me share my thought, and we'll end this video. But this was something I was thinking about the other day. Okay, with all the conflicts going on now, Russia's saying if you use this ghost missile, we can go to WW3. And then we got the thing going on with Taiwan. If we were to get an emergency notice on the phone, or however they're going to represent, okay, America is now at war. That's all that needs to be said. America is at war. How do you think the population of America would react?
I would have to say in the same manner as them.
I'm just saying, I was thinking about that after what I've been reading and see what's going on, and all of a sudden we get a notice, through your phone or over the radio or on TV, breaking news, war has been declared on America.
It's going to still boil down to the same things. The only difference is now the groups are going to be more lessened. Like back in Vietnam or any war prior to this current mental illness situation which is going on in the country, is you had the supporters, you had the hard workers. They went in there, they made the bullets, they made the guns, they built the ships, they built the planes. You had that back then. You had people, mothers going in there doing this shit while the husband was out blowing fuckers up. Then you had the people that were staying at home, keeping business and infrastructure running and maintaining and staying together. While you had this small group of Tweedlefucks. No, no, I can't call them Tweedlefucks because some of the words were kind of stupid. But you saw that group of people fighting against everything going on. What you're going to find now, if we do go to war, is that group of people fighting against everything going on is going to be far bigger than the other two groups. Because, quite frankly, this is a.
I know, right? I know. That's the issue. As we sit here and talk about this, I mean, it's a whole different story. It's I don't know. I'm trying to grasp, because I watch all these channels and I hear all these people talk about, shit hitting the fan. We're gonna, you should do this. You should do that. But you know what? When it hits you in the face, that's a different ballgame. Because a lot of the people that talk about shit hitting the fan, do this, do that, have they actually went through this? Do they actually know what they're talking about? Have they actually had to live by a creek in the woods? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Well, the thing is, if you look back through history, through the economical, damn it, the economical world. Yeah, I think that about says it. I don't know. It's like not new. But
I'm just asking questions.
It's a good point. As you watch, is everything builds. This goes back to fucking ancient times when none of us were alive, but our great ancestors were alive. You'd creep up and you'd get to this point where it's like, hell yeah, and then shit would go wrong, and the only way to fix it would be to go to war. And then everything would be good. And then shit would start dropping down. And instead of putting more water in the pool, you go to war. And it continues. It's a cycle. It's a never ending cycle. Well, no, it's not.
No, because we have been at war for a very long time. Not U.S. I'm just saying as a whole. There's always been war going on. This group over here doesn't like this group over there.
Well, the only true difference is it used to be sticks and stones, and then it went to black powder, and then it went to normal armaments, and then now you have this whole new level of armaments. This level that can fucking
eliminate. eliminate.
You can make it glow, or you can shut it all down completely. So, and if you look back at like Albert Einstein's statement was World War III will be nuclear. World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Because we want nuclear.
Now, are we at that point now? I'd say
we're close. We're close.
That's a good.
But I think the nuclear part of it has always been at the doorstep, but it's just a lot closer now. But is the human... Okay, let me ask this. The so-called people that are in charge, are they that stupid to use nuclear?
You know what?
That's my question.
Yeah.
And if they're that stupid to use it, then we need to get our shit together.
Well, look at the time we used it. The first time we used it, it was out of pure anger. Technically, that
That
was
was that was WW2.
that was pure straight fucking anger. That wasn't just somebody walked in the room and kicked the general in the dick. No, that was pure anger. And that was the American people that were straight up fucking do it.
Right.
Now, these days, you don't have that same capacity in the American people. And I don't mean it in that mannerism, but you got like this group of there's like, oh, fuck you, we're not doing this. And then you got this group, well, they let me be Tiffany. You know, so you have this split. But quite frankly, if they go tactic glowies, I would say no, truthfully, because tactical glowies are very finite and to the point. Now, if you put 100 tactical glowies in one continent, yeah, that's kind of a big problem. But I don't.
I could see the nuclear being exploded in the up in the atmosphere for your EMP.
They don't even need a nuclear bomb to do that anymore, though.
Right, right. But the other thing that I think about is, but the thing is with Russia, China, with all the bullshit, it's like right now it's just straight up, we don't like you. All right, you keep doing this shit. You keep sending money over here, sending money over there. I don't know. That, what is the old saying? The last straw on the camel's back, kind of thing. Something's gonna happen.
I mean, I could be entirely wrong with this, but I don't. I wouldn't see Russia going directly after the United States. Now, would they go after NATO? Oh, fucking probably.
Well, I think that was an article that was part of the article that I was reading. Was about NATO and Putin saying, "Look, if you guys do this, that, the other." But Putin's been crying wolf for a while, and how long are they going to cry wolf, and then boom, something's going to happen?
I don't think he's willing to push that button yet. And the only reason is because many countries know of the might of the United States. Well, what used to be the true power and might of the United States? Is it the same way now? I'm not going to say.
Right. Well, I'm just spitting in the wind here. I'm just throwing shit out there.
It's a good valid thought and point because I mean literally any other country could just get up in the fucking morning and be like, "Now, you know what? No, fuck you." Well, they could. They theoretically could. With I mean the right attack, the recourse would be so horrible. But the thing is you have the United States, you have the BRIC system, and the BRIC system's growing, and then you have NATO, whatever, and everybody's waving their dicks at each other.
Right.
But you already know that there are certain leaders of other countries that are literally just ready to chomp this fucking bit and do something. What's stopping them? Is it the fear of what we used to be, and they're afraid that giant is still sitting here? Or Is it the money that's
Well, okay. Let's go. Let's go with the fact that other countries know that America, there's a lot of guns in America. So let's keep it at that simple thought. Do you think other countries realize that we still here in America own guns, are allowed to own guns? So do you think maybe that kind of they're like, well, wait a minute. No, you see what I'm saying? I'm just like I said, I'm just throwing thoughts out there.
I have to say that the way the United States is with gun ownership, the only thing that does is that protects the ground-based assault. Because we'll say, I don't just be blank with it. If some other country tries to land troops, fly planes in, or do this shit, it's not going to work. But on the same note, if you were to say up there, blinky blinky, poof, on all the grid and everything else, then that would be a different situation. I think Prepared Irishman said it too. Like within 6 months of a grid down situation, what are you going to be dealing with? You're going to lose that loss of everything. Everyone's going to be at their throats. Everybody's going to be fighting each other. That's a good time to walk through the front door and take a shit on somebody's couch.
Or throw it at them.
Yeah. So it boils down to, quite frankly, I think all these other nations are just sitting there and they're fucking around and they're poking the bear and they're swimming in the water just to see what they can do before certain people go, no, no. I'm done playing this game. It's fucking boring. I'm tired of it and I'm getting angry.
Right.
But what's the deadline on that? That could take years.
Right. But I think some of the let's go with China and Taiwan. They've been fucking around for a while, but I think they're building. They're trying to find. They're not finding anything. What they're doing is testing.
Yeah, they're literally.
I'm trying to find my wording, but what they're doing is testing. Okay, we're gonna put this. Our fleet of ships, our troops. We're gonna show force. You know what do they call it? Rattling their saber.
Yeah, rattling their saber. Yeah, like you walk up for the enemy, you rattle your sword against the door. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Well, the only problem is with that is eventually, if you poke a bear enough, it's gonna rip your face off.
Right. Exactly. So you keep poking it, something's gonna happen, and that's why I say something's going down. I don't know. I'm just like everybody else. I'm putting my opinion out there. I watch the bullshit that's going on, and with our election coming up, whether it goes one way or the other, there's going to be some people that are going to be butthurt.
It's going to be a shit show no matter which way it goes.
Right. That's what I see.
But see, that's what really boils down to the actual American people. Is say she wins, Lord have mercy. Say he wins. Who knows? But the fact remains is it's up to the American people to be the adults in the group and handle it properly. But it's hard to do when you're getting pumped full of this narrative, and you've got all these what do they call those sneaky fuckers in the back, pushing, poking, and prodding, and doing dumb shit, to trigger dumb shit, to create dumb shit, get this group against this group, and this group against this group, and that's what they're fucking doing. That's what they want. And I know this in corporate. There's a corporate term for it. I can't remember, but I see it every day in corporate. Is corporate loves to create the chaos, and then when people bitch about it, they step in and fix the chaos, even though they were the ones that made it.
Right. They are the ones that made it. You're absolutely right. Okay, Comet Moon, have a good night. Thanks for showing up. Have a great weekend.
But they generate the problem and then make themselves almighty because they fixed the problem. That's what they're going to do. That's what we're talking into. Is we got a clusterfuck coming.
No, we do. But I agree with you. We do. There is a clusterfuck coming. You're absolutely right. And I can't tell anybody. You and I know, people in the chat know, people that we talk to that are on the same level that we are, they see it. I talk to I talk to coworkers, I'll put it that way. Some look at me like I'm stupid. Some look at me and agree. So it's a mixed bag of fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's
anyway,
I mean, it's you buy the can of mixed nuts, and the only thing you have in there is fucking peanuts and maybe one cashew.
Right. I don't know. I just know all I want to do is I want to survive. So, because my wife even made that joke with me back when I bought gas masks. She's like, if it gets that fucking bad, I don't want to be alive. I was like, fuck that. I want to survive to see what the fuck happens.
That's and see, that's a big thing with a lot of society now is, well, if shit hit the fan, I'm just gonna end it. And I'm gonna be honest, I just look at them when they tell me that and be like, okay. And it's not me. Well, I guess it's me being an asshole, but it's also me being a realist, understanding, well, if this 3,000 people want to end themselves in my area because shit hit the fan, well, that's 3,000 less people I gotta fucking worry about.
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
But no, I am that curious kind of person. I don't want to die. If shit does hit, I want to stick around and fight as long as I can, but I want to see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm just curious that way. Welcome back, Cha Cha. Cha Cha's like, you guys still awake? It's the weekend, Cha Cha. We're just bullshitting.
That's a sleepy day all day.
The only thing I'm missing, I wish I was sitting outside by a fire in the woods.
Yeah.
That would be nice right now. That's what I would be into.
I mean, when you think of all the different conflicts going on currently.
Oh, here you go. Prepared Irishman just asked, which one will happen? A nuke / EMP, B, economic collapse, or C, civil unrest? That's it.
Above.
I'm kind of going with C, civil unrest.
D, all of the above.
Okay.
Because when you think about it, if a nuclear attack or an EMP happens, you're going to create civil unrest automatically and economic failure.
What's going on, Devil Dog? Happy birthday, motherfucker.
Hey, what's up, brother? So, I mean, one EMP is enough to create civil unrest and destroy the economic system because all banks will be down.
Right. That EMP would crash everything. Simple. Plain and simple. But I don't know. This is a good conversation. You want to keep going?
I'm good. I go.
I'm good.
I'm good.
The only thing is, I gotta take a pee, so I'll be right back.
You might want to leave it. People get mad when you take them. I'm gonna go into comments. Come on now. Yeah. Takes one or the other to start the other. Which one? Probably. Go with B and C. Yeah, weekend. Yeah. Time for recuperation from the shit show that was this week. Grit Town would be a nasty one, though. Definitely read the rest. Financial collapse. Financial collapse would definitely create C. The civil unrest. The oddball.
Oh shit! All right, back. Sorry, guys. Mother Nature calls. Anyway, like I said, though, I'm enjoying this chat. It's a good conversation. It talking about shit hitting the fan, real shit hitting the fan. We're going to lose a lot of people because of the mindset.
Just a grid down situation would cause so many people to self-terminate because they had no social media, no communications with people. These generations are not. They're not bred to be.
All right, well, Ghost, let's make this simple. Look what happened when we got shut down with COVID. Look how people acted during that time. So, if people acted that stupid during something that really wasn't that bad, imagine how they're going to act if something really bad happens.
Not going to make it.
Right.
Plus, you can grid down. Say grid down. Computer, internet systems down. You got all these people.
That's the other one here. Here, I can't use my phone. Oh my God, I can't use my phone. What am I going to do?
Well, the other thing is, how many of these people are not going to be able to get the meds that let them function throughout the day? Because half of them don't stock that medicine they're on.
Right.
They're not going to be able to deal with it. They will literally self-terminate. And it's, I used to think, I think it was FEMA that came out with a number that 95% of the population would not last a grid down scenario. And I kind of thought that was like, God damn, they're fucking swinging for the fences on that one.
Well, FEMA keeps changing their attitude.
Yeah, FEMA can fuck off. But when you actually, if you take the population of the United States, was it like 3 point something billion people? And then you remove from that group of people that kind of like to have stuff and excess. And then you take, after that, you take out the group of people that are very like service based, that just want to do nothing but give forth their life to others. And then you remove the military personnel from the mass number, and you look at this number, like, here it is. Then you remove this number, and this number, and then this number. You got this whole group. They have no chance. They're not going to be able to cope. They're not going to be able to deal.
Right. And it's I actually can see it. With the different reactions with people. I see it just driving down the highway with road rage, how people react. So intensify that with a grid down situation. People can't behave today. Imagine how they're going to act if we have no power. You can't get money out of the bank. There's no food at the local grocery store. I mean, I don't know. I might be I'm not making a big deal out of it. I see how humans are going to react if shit gets bad.
I don't know how many people have said it. Prep, pray, practice. Okay? You prep all this food, all this ammunition, all this water, all this gas, propane, diesel, kerosene. Okay. You practice with your freedom tools. You get good with your freedom tools. Pray every day, every night to your God. The fact remains, it don't matter how much jam you got, how much water you got, how much 556 you have, or how much you pray to your God. At the end of the day, you can't practice it. You can't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you buy yourself a couple acres and you go out there and you practice living off the land, living off the grass, living off the water, and things of that nature. You can do it that way. Now, you can practice with your friends and your groups and your families, your
right
things, or how to start a fire, how to collect water, how to filter water, how to cook food, how to process. And you're right. You can practice those things, but you cannot practice an actual grid down, oh fuck situation.
Right.
You can't.
Okay.
You've lived that
right.
situation.
Now that you say that, practice all this, like, and I'm not dogging the other channels I watch. That's cool that they do what they do.
No,
let me ask you this. You got a fucking group. Let's go 5 guys that know what the fuck they're doing and they can overtake you. You haven't practiced for that.
You can't practice for that because
You can't. Right, exactly. That's my point. You cannot practice for somebody that's skilled in something you're not skilled in.
no. And you can be. I mean, you could have. And I'll just have a group. You could have 2 groups of army guys, 10 persons a group, and yet one group will always take over the other group. That's what they do. This is what they're trained in. Marines, Air Force. Well, I don't know about Space. I don't know what Space Force fucking does. Coast
Yeah.
Guard.
They, Luke, I'm not your father.
But all these different branches all do the same thing. Is they are built, they are trained, they practice, do the thing, and yet this will say platoon 1 fucks up platoon 3. But platoon 3 destroys platoon 4. And they're all trained in the same manner. They all practice in the same way, but it's based on the group. This group may be lacking something this group's got, but this group is far superior to this group. You can't practice that until you're in.
Right. Until you get into that situation. Until you're into a combat where bullets are flying over your head, bombs are dropping around you. I've had bullets fly over my head. I haven't had bombs dropping around me, but I do know what bullets sound like flying over your head. And that's not because of a combat situation. That was because of a practice situation that we went through to get us used to having that. I've never been in combat, but we as CBs, we went through that type of training. So,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with common folk that have never actually had bombs dropped around them or bullets shot at them? You know, you can sit here and talk as tough as you want to talk, but it's a totally different story when that shit is in your face.
Experience builds a person.
That's all I'm going to say.
No, it's true.
On that topic.
No, I mean, it's true and it's a fact. If you've never been in that situation, you cannot react to that situation. And for groups to train in that situational environment, like Prepared Irishman said, how many groups train in that situation? You can't, because if you were to train in said situation, they would deem you as an extremist militant.
Right. Maybe I shouldn't have said what I just said, but you guys know I've shared that, you know, that I was in the CBs, which anybody that doesn't know in the chat, CBs is a combat engineer in the Navy. We work with the Marines. I went through the combat training, but like I said, I've never been in actual combat. Just went through the training, and it's fucked up to have bullets flying, you know, past your head.
It's noise you remember.
And that's whole. You know, that's something else. We have all these civilians out here. Yeah, they might have guns and they might go to the range and shoot all the time. Who has shot back at them? That's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, that fuck them all up if you're shooting at a plate and it fires back.
Right. That's what I'm saying, though. You know, we can sit here and share stuff, but when the shit does happen, we'll see.
Yeah,
You know what? What's going to happen? Here's a thought. We all witnessed this, or the people for 9/11. When 9/11 hit, a lot of people in America got together. There, more people came together during 9/11 because of that catastrophic event. You know, we were united for a bit. Now, if a bigger event hits here in the U.S., will we become more united? I mean, because right now we're kind of you got your people over here on the left and you got your people on the right. But if something seriously happens here in the U.S., will we come together?
I don't think so.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
I don't think so. Not to the amount that we did then.
That's kind of sad. That's sad.
Yeah, but it's sad on a different fact of not like it's sad because well, I mean, yeah, the people have become that point in their life. But the sadness comes from the fact of we all united over it was definitely a horrible, nasty thing. We all united, we all came together under that cause. But then a seed was planted of doubt, lies, deceit of that. I'm not even gonna go there. There's so much shit on that not happening. The thing is like now something of that nature happened. You would definitely have a certain group of the amount of the population that's gonna be let's fucking go. You're also going to have probably a larger part of the population that's going to go, I got to go to work tomorrow because I got a carpet.
Oh, here's a good one for you. I asked my coworkers about this one, and this was a what if scenario. Okay, so we're all at work. All of a sudden, your cell phone goes off with an alarm saying that war has been declared on the U.S. Okay, let's say Russia declared war on us. Okay, and it is, it comes out on your phone. What would you do? I actually had a couple of people say, well, I would just hang out. I said my ass would leave fucking work and go straight home.
Yep. Now,
I could not believe some of the responses I got from some people at work.
Yeah, there's no way in hell that comes across the airwaves. I'm gonna look at my company and feel like I'm out.
Right. And that's what I said. But that just told me how clueless some people are.
People in my area at work. I'm like, what would you do if this happened?
I don't know. Right.
That's not an answer. And then a couple of them, when anything, literally any fucking thing goes wrong, my entire group of people that I work with text to me. What do we do? How do we handle this? What do we do? It's like, you know what to do. Oh. We had that last, that fire that was close enough by us. That was a chemical fire. And they're like, well, what do we do? I'm done telling you. We've had this discussion. You don't want to listen. Well, if things go wrong, we're coming to you. And I flat out looked at him. Well, you can come to me, but you will leave with a hole in your head.
Right. Don't.
If
And that's something else. Go on. Sorry. Go ahead.
you're not going to listen to me now that we've been talking and chatting for the last 3 fucking years, and now all of a sudden you want to listen, no, you can just go fuck yourself in the back of your own car, 'cause I don't care. Goodbye, because I'm not going to be here.
Right. You know, and I've actually had. He was being an asswipe, and I've heard this comment before. Oh well, I'll just come take your shit. I was like, no, you won't.
You go ahead and try.
No, I literally had a coworker because sharing the prepping. I try to share prepping with coworkers, but and as I've said, I get that glaze over look sometimes, or like you're crazy. But I've had a couple people say, "Oh yeah, I know about preppers. You know what? If it gets to that point, I'll just come take your shit." I said, "Are you fucking serious?" So yeah, they're out there.
Yeah, they are.
So I stopped talking about prepping at work because I've been at my job for 9 years now, so I kind of know who is who.
Uh-huh. Prepared Irish. Well, the prepared Irishman, you're good. Come on, visit. There's very few people in which I welcome into that. I mean, obviously, a lot of them, and that's funny thing is too with like prepping communities and groups is like, you got some people in these groups, they got skills you can't even imagine while you only have these few skills, but they let you in with them. They talk to you, and then you pour into them, they pour into you. So it's like mixing the two glasses. And those are the people that I confide in. Those are the people that if things go wrong, they come to my door and be like, "Get your fucking ass in here," you know.
Right.
But if you're not mixing
And
glasses,
you're right too, though. Those are going to be the first people. Okay, you talked to me. You shared. Okay. Let's go with the simple thing: is starting fire or using a ferro rod. Make that spark to start a fire. Okay, you taught me. All of a sudden, shit does hit the fan. They're going to be knocking on your door because you taught them maybe one skill. Oh, do you know how to do this? Oh, you know how to clean or gut an animal, as we talked about before. But yeah, I mean and I'm talking as serious, you know, shit hits fan.
the thing is when you're building this group or this mag or this team or this fam, is that not a well no, not that's not what I'm looking for. It's not no. Yeah, for. It's more of a collective intelligence. It's not just, hey, Bob got 400 skills and Jimmy Joe and Susan Lee has one skill each. It's literally that entire group is the intelligence group. And that's something that society in a whole does not have.
Right. No, you're right. You're right.
You know,
Okay, here's another one that just popped into my head. Watching some of the homesteaders on YouTube where, they kind of want to start a commune. All right.
That gets the whole GOV on your ass because they think you're a
All right. Let me finish my thought.
dude. They're growing peppers. Come the fuck on.
So my thinking is, okay, so it would be like me having, let's say I got 20 acres of land. I'm like, okay, Ghost Lincoln, come on over, Cha-Cha, Irishman, everybody come over. This is a safe piece of land. We can hang here. Everything's okay. But that doesn't mean that we're all going to get along.
Oh, it is physically impossible to be cuddles and sun and smiles to everybody. All.
Right. That's my point. And I think that's one of the things some of these channels miss, or they should share, because they make it sound like, oh yeah, we can do all this. I got a piece of land, share this, that, the other. But no, humans, and I'm saying humans, we do not always get along together.
We are.
I don't care how the best of friends you are. There's going to be a conflict.
We are genetically disposed to that.
I'm just saying.
Not be perfect. We cannot have anything perfect. We cannot live perfectly and in harmony with everything on the planet. We can't. We're not designed to do it.
Right. You cannot make a utopia. It's not going to happen.
But the thing is that's a point that falls in with your group, your team, your whatever, is they all have to know you in that mannerism. It's like, like, oh, I know if I talk about, I don't know, some fucking tomato, I know this dude's gonna get hurt and we're gonna have problems. But he knows if he's talking about this certain situation, I'm gonna bust his teeth down his throat. So
Right.
you have to have that connection, that rapport with everybody, and then everybody in that same group is going to have to know, like, they accidentally fire this one off, and that dude's getting pissed. The whole group goes, hey, let's go take you fishing or something. Let's get you out of here. We don't need this right now.
Right. No, seriously though, because
Mitigation and cooperativeness to work together. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know. There's no sorry. That's a fuck no.
all right. Okay, let me say this. Okay, let's say shit has hit the fan, and we have 30 people in our group. Now you got 30 people. Okay, so that's women, men, maybe some children. All right. So you have to have some kind of law and order within that group.
Yeah, and see, there's the clusterfuck. Is all these people are planning and thinking when SHTF happens, a rule of law is dead. We can do whatever the fuck you want. No, you can't, because the rules are what separate us from fucking killing each other when we don't need to, or we.
Right. I'm throwing this scenario out there. That's what I'm doing.
Scenario. If you got a group of 30 people, there's no one to kind of smudging the group together as one. There has to be simple premises. Don't do this, don't do that. But that whole group has to agree on that. If the whole group agrees, right, you don't steal the fucking tomatoes, you don't steal the fucking tomatoes.
Right.
I'm just using that as a primitive example because there's so many different topics I could throw on that one. I'm not going to. But
Right. No, but like I said, I'm throwing stuff out there.
this,
Because I watch other channels and how some people talk about stuff, and I'm like, man, you, I'm I I'm not a know-it-all. I'm not saying that I'm a know-it-all, but I've been through some situations where it's like, okay, this is a little sticky situation here. So you know, I pray for our human people.
people ain't the problem. It's what's been done to their brains. It's a problem.
There you go. Yep.
But I mean, if you're building a group, first thing, same moral, you know. Then you work together to build the rule base, which will maintain and make that group productive or self-sustaining. And if you get
Right.
people fun, well, you give them that option. Hey, you know the rules. We've discussed it. If you have a problem with it, you can either, and it's horrible to say, and it's not even conforming. It's actually being honorable and acceptant to the fact in which you agreed to do this. And if you can't do this anymore, then leave. But the
Right.
problem with that is when you kick somebody out of your group, that person, if the group in the right spot, has a lot of internal knowledge and everything in which you don't want to lose. What do you do with that person?
Right. Okay. I did a video. I've been doing videos like I think around 5 years, but I did do a video about um, getting a group together. How do you pick people for your group? Do you do like an application? Because you do have to check people out. You just can't take Joe Schmo off the street and bring him into your group. You have to know the person that you're bringing into your group.
Yeah,
If that's what you're gonna do. And I did a video about that years ago.
yeah, and the other problem is you can know this person 20 years, and yet one day that person turns on you.
Right. They tweak out on you or whatever. There could be that EMP situation or that situation where, okay, if we're in a group, another group shows up and attacks us.
They sell your ass out.
So, I mean, there's so many scenarios that are at play. I think some people are missing. And I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not the smartest person. I'm not saying that at all. I am just talking about the experience that I've seen, I've went through. I know how people can freak out.
I come from a pretty good background of management. At one point in time, I managed 160 people in the city.
All right.
My entire career, I've never been called a boss.
No, I haven't either. But I've been in charge. Ghost, I was in charge of 120 guys when I was in the service.
Yeah, see,
I had to know where they were at, what appointments they were doing.
yeah,
I mean, I am not. I I don't know how to. I don't know how to explain
The thing is in management, or it doesn't even matter, in government, whatever you want to, however you want to refer to it as.
it. And Cha Cha just said it. It's going to be a lot of luck to survive.
No. I mean, unless the glowy drops and you're 100 yards away, yeah, that's going to take some luck. The thing is like in a group, you're going to have two options. You're either going to have a boss or a leader. Now, if you enter into a group and you start getting this vibe from this person that they're a boss, that means they're looking out for them, not you. A leader is going to be wrong finger. I got to change the thumb.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Leader is what I've always been. I've been in the pits. I've been in the shit. Literally. That's not a joke. I've been on the roofs. I've been in the trees. I've been on the high wires. I've been on this with my team, working with my team. That's a leader. A boss is the one sitting above the shit pit going, you guys done shoveling that out yet?
Right.
And a leader is going to know that in this group, all right, these two are probably going to kick each other in the nuts. This one's probably going to throw something at me. Oh, well, no, I know that one's going to throw something at me. This one's probably going to shoot somebody. That leader's going to have to understand that and learn these people and find the mannerisms in which we can prevent, sub thing from happening, or find the cause of why it would happen and remove the cause from the equation. Like these two want to kill each other because he slept with her sister. Or, you know what I mean? You have to, well, that's a real fucking hard one there to get rid of. But that's what a leader's going to have to do. And then a leader is going to have a group below him of his most trusted people. Literally, he would die, they would die for him, which in a group, everybody should be a man.
Well, you know what? And I hate to use this terminology, but it's called chain of command.
No, it is. It is. You're right. It's not a bad. It's actually a fact. You have the leader. You have his group or her group. Or I should be more with that. But this person notices something, brings it to this group, and this group's like, yeah, we've been noticing it. Let's figure out a way to fix this, or let's figure out the rules and guidelines. Not even rules, guidelines. You see, you make them
guidelines.
These are the guidelines for our community. Now, if these guidelines nonstop get, unfollowed, and when you like guidelines, you just can't walk around and shit on the road. Just for example,
right, exactly. I follow what you're saying.
So this brings that to the rest. The rest go, you know what? Yeah, we agree. Yeah, no shitting in the fucking road. What the hell's wrong with you, right? So then this group goes back to the leader and goes, yep, everyone's in agreement. No shitting on the road. And then Jimmy John over here takes a big shit in the middle of the intersection. Are you fucking kidding me? Did you not just agree to this?
Right. All right. Let's go with, I put Cha Cha's comment up there. I'm not going to be able to trust people I do not know, which is a good point. Okay. So
yeah. Trust is not given.
Trust. That's I have trust issues now.
Trust very few people. I can count on my hands and toes.
Right. So Cha Cha, you're not alone on that one as far as trust goes. But as I said, if shit does hit the fan, I hope for the most part that we as Americans can get together and figure this out. I hope.
Horrible pipe dream.
All right, listen up, guys. I appreciate you being here. Damn, it's 3 hours. We've been on 3 hours now. But hey, it's weekend. That's why I like doing this. I don't have to get up early. Well, I do. Early, huh? What is early?
I look at it this way: whatever happens tomorrow is a Sunday problem, and tomorrow's Saturday, so I don't care.
Right.
But trust is the big thing, and trust, and it's how I was raised. Is trust is earned. You just now respect. I will respect every human being on this planet, every animal on this planet, until you do something to lose my respect. And once you lose
Right,
my, you're gonna have a bad day. But trust you have to earn, and that's why I
right.
like the weekend. Is I mean, it's not a perfect thing. It's epic to go out like the Prepared Irishman and a few other and all the people that were there and sit down and actually break bread and talk to, be around. That's the best sleep I've had all year was at the bug out weekend because I felt safe. I sleep 2 to 3 hours a night, then I'm up for an hour. I check my apartment. I go back to bed for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm up again and I go back to sleep for an hour before I get up to go to work because I don't trust the situation. You know,
Ghost,
my fish are
ghost.
ninja. You know what I mean? But
See what's behind me? That is my couch behind me in my living room. I sleep on my couch because I'm kind of paranoid. If somebody's gonna come through, let's see here, my front door, I'm gonna be right here.
yeah, my front door is back there and down one spiral staircase. But from about here, if I open this curtain, I'm deadlocked, high ground to my front door.
Right. And I have my pew pew right next to me also.
I got one there, and one.
Right. Oh, that's right. No, I
But
got one here. I got two in the back room.
the one right there with the flashlight, because I don't have lights. I don't have lights on in my apartment unless I'm doing something. I don't have lights on because I'm working on my night vision. So if somebody comes in here and it's pitch black and they make it up them steps and I kick that flashlight on, yeah, they ain't seeing shit. They're done. But I'm gonna see them plain as day.
No, I just like I said, well, I'm not going to get into the sleeping situation, but I've been sleeping on this couch for quite a while, and not because I'm in trouble with my wife.
I have a wonderful. I love sleeping on my couch.
I feel safer that I don't want to be in the back room if somebody breaks into our apartment. I'm right here next to my door. Somebody wants to fuck around, I'm right here on the couch.
Yeah, I have I think my door, if you take it off its hinges and weigh it, because I've done it before, it's like 160 pounds solid core wood door. So if somebody comes through it, I'm awake.
Our front door's solid compared to, and we live in a four family apartment building, and the other doors on the front of their apartments are like cabinet doors. You could kick them in.
Yeah, I have 10 in my building, and I'm on the third floor, so I also have that vantage point.
I'm a paranoid kind of guy. I mean, I'm not like paranoid extreme, but
It's not.
I just always got shit going through my head.
My brain never shuts down. That's why I have such a hard time sleeping.
Right. Well, there you go.
tossed and turned and woke up the next morning under the damn bed.
That's not good.
No, because the alarm goes off. I go to jump up, and it's like, bam, box spring. Fuck me. I split my head wide open all the way down to my nose one time, and I'm like,
Damn.
mattress is now on the floor, so I don't have to worry about it. I'll end up against the wall all the way down there. I just fucking roll all over the place because I can't restfully sleep. Now, if I go down to my couch, because I got one of them old school couches where the couch cushions are like this wide when you
Right.
can't sit on my couch, you will fall.
Cha-Cha, I want to answer your... Cha-Cha said she just wishes she could feel safe again. Take a deep breath, and you can. If that makes any sense at all, take a deep breath, and it's going to be okay. In a weird way, it's going to be okay.
What's the old saying? It can't be dark all the time.
Right. And that's the other, I catch myself with my spam reports, and I kind of do it on the news part just for what's going on. And I look at it myself and I'm like, man, this is kind of depressing. I need to find something else to talk about.
What's and butterflies and Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh.
Don't even go there, because that history behind that. No, wow. That is a dark hole. That's all I gotta say.
But I'm just saying, I do have some topics I'm gonna bring up in my upcoming spam report. But I mean, I try to just share what the fuck is going on.
My dad always told me the funny saying. He always said that no news is good news.
Right.
Because if there is no news, then everything's good.
All right. So my next spam report will be spam report / no news.
I mean, weird to think of it that way, but like if you were to say there was nothing going on, nothing, just the weather, and fuck, they never get the weather right. But if there was nothing going on, there would be no news. It's all
right. Well, and here to let everybody know in the chat, yes, I'm a prepper, but, and I said this to a few other people, I am not doing a prepping channel because there's so many out there. I could take my phone and go into the woods and do some stuff, but no, I'd rather just go ahead and share what I share. If you want to look for how to start a fire, how to eat some bark, go to a different channel.
Yeah, that's
but that's I like to share what I share. If it interests you, that's cool. If it doesn't, that's okay too. But I do my videos just because I like doing them. And if I wouldn't have started this shit, I would have never met you or Mad Shad or Vision or Devil Dog, any of you guys, Cha-Cha, all you people that are in my chat right now. I would have never met you guys.
You met the Prepared Irishman too.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying,
That
I just like to do videos and just talk about whatever the fuck's going on.
that's the other thing with like YT or Rumble or Patreon or everything is you type into the search bar. How do I start a fire with a 9-volt battery? You get like 1,000 videos. Everybody's doing it. But the thing is, the people that I mean, you have some prepping channels that talk about prepping, and I know a few of them that they don't show it, but in the background, good Lord have mercy, they got bunker. You know, they're prepping like motherfuckers, but they don't share it. They just talk about it. Hey, try this, try that, and they get shit for that. Well, you're not explaining it, or you're not doing it. You're just talking about
Right.
it.
And that's what I'm talking about. Just because I don't show it or, it doesn't mean that I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't show any of that.
I live in an apartment. I would have to get in my car, go to the woods someplace, do all this. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I have never lied in my videos. I will say if I don't know something, I will not blow smoke up your ass. Period.
Yeah, I don't even put prepping in any of my videos.
I just won't do it. And like our conversation right now and everybody in the chat, this is what I like to do. I like to have a conversation with people, get an idea what's going on in their minds, and we can share what we know.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that plain and simple.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Do it.
but on that note, listen up, guys. I'm getting out of here. It's been 3 hours. But it's it's almost 3 o'clock here. 2:55. 2:55 in Cincinnati, Ohio, as we watch Ghost Lincoln yawn.
Yeah, I did a kitchen remodel today.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. I appreciate everybody that showed up in the room. Because when I just do the pop-up lives, I never know when I'm going to do them. As a matter of fact, when I told my wife, I said, I think I'm going to do a pop-up live. She's like, okay. She went to the bedroom. I said, join me. She's like, I don't want to. My wife's afraid of the camera.
I gotta quit doing my lives like Monday night. That's just dumb.
I am wide awake. I'll stay up if you guys want to keep bullshitting. I am not tired. I mean, Ghost Lincoln, if you're, you can go to bed, buddy. But I'm not tired. I just, I'm up. This is what I'm doing.
I still got about an hour left in my brain.
You got about, okay, let's keep going then. All right.
My Monday my last live was Monday night. It was like 4 hours and 54 minutes. I went to bed like 4 in the morning. I'm like, oh, it's a bad day.
How in the hell did you do that on a Monday night?
Was it no, Sunday night? Might have been
was it Sunday? Okay.
No, it might have been Monday. I can't remember now. I don't know. It's just the kitchen cooking. And it's like, I'm going to go live. I'm only going to be up here for an hour. And then about 3 in the morning, I'm like, fuck. I got to go to bed. I got to be up at 7.
Well, it is kind of crazy. But see, that's why I like the open panel. I love the fact that you're here chatting with me because it helps. And I love the fact that, got people in the chat room, because I can't sit here by myself and just talk and try and read chat. My brain, I can't do it. I see you, and I feel like, I got somebody, sitting next to me. Like, we're sitting around bullshitting.
I go on rant mode.
I can do this.
I literally go full rant mode. Read the chat, and it's like, yep, there's a good topic. Every time. Chacha had a question. Okay, so how do I fight off a group of armed men?
Kick him in the nuts. That's my answer.
Chacha, even men have to ask the same question.
Yeah. How do I fight off a group of women?
A group of armed men, it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, I was being pervy there for a minute.
I mean, it depends on the group and what they want, but yeah.
I wish a group of women would attack me.
I think I'd probably just look at him and go, just take it on, leave me the pistol. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not coming.
You sound tired, Ghost.
Pretty much back. I just really be like,
I don't know where that came from. Oh no, that's all good. No, but seriously, Cha-Cha, how do you? I don't know. If a group of men attack you, I don't know. Kick them in the nuts. Have a taser. Have a gun. I don't know.
fight, claw, scream, kick, shoot, spray, knife. I mean, at that point in time, anything and everything is fair game. But
right,
fiction,
fight dirty.
Yeah, but the thing is in that situation, if you can't avoid it, you automatically know you're gonna get hurt. Same with me. If a group of armed men came up and were gonna fucking fuck me up, I'm not gonna go down easy, but I know I'm getting hurt, and I make it up.
Right.
You just hope and pray that does not happen.
Right. Being in a fight, and Mad Shad talked about this tonight in his live. All the different weapons and the different fighting. You get that club that he showed, you get whacked with that thing one time, whether it's in your arm, in your leg, or upside your head, you're fucked.
Yeah,
it's not John Wick movie shit going on here.
Right. Situational awareness. Try to be aware. Try to see ahead. Try to not be a part of that situation.
Right.
You might not be able to escape it, but there still might be an exit. There might be an escape. There might be a thing. And I mean, worst case scenario, shit yourself. People run from that for some reason. I don't know why.
But no, if here is a good one, the gray man.
I prefer the white one.
if you can blend in like us. I live 10 minutes from downtown Cincinnati. So if you can blend in like the homeless or whatever else is going on.
That's fucking prepared Irishman. It was a different thing he was talking about.
Oh, I missed it.
That was fun times though. But yeah. And that's the thing is everyone talks about being the great. Ow, damn, that hurt. That was a pull in the beard. Being gray man blending into your situation. Like my area is going to be different in your area. Your area is going to be different, like Chacha's area, or Chachi's area, or all of our areas different than the Prepared Irishman's area. Is to be a gray man, you have to know your area. You have to
Right.
know no one's going to be focusing on. That could change in a bad situation. If they see people walking down the road and hustling, you don't even have to walk. You know, the big thing now is everybody. I don't have anything, but you're walking down the road. You're playing on your phone. Well, nobody said you actually had to be playing on your phone.
Right.
Using this to keep people's attention. You know, they're going to think of you being either busy or not paying attention. So that could go against you, but that could go with you too. Clothes. Backpacks are a funny one. I mean, my area, you don't see anybody with backpacks. They got that Adidas fucking sock satchel fucking, I don't know what you can call that damn thing. But it's like, I'm not carrying that. That's just dumb. But that's a common thing.
I like how you said that. Just no.
No. No. No. I can't even put a lunch in that damn thing.
But
Great.
like I said, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing stuff out there. You know, I'm not a homesteader. I'm not off grid. I live in an apartment. You know, so my wife and I do what we can do. I've got stuff set up if shit does hit the fan. And we would have to leave the area where we live.
Yeah, there's no bug out plan from my location. Well, no, I can't say that. Because
I would not stay here. Where I'm at right now, I would not stay here.
My bug out plan is a little bit different because of the fact that I've been at this exact area for 16 years and the surrounding areas for the rest of my life. You know, the beginning of the full part of my life. So I know the area. I know the reaction of people. I know the infrastructure. I know the system. I know the water system. I know all that in this area. And there's another reason I picked the third floor because I know that when infrastructure fails here, I mean, the majority of people are all just, they're going to spoof them. They're going to block the roads. They're going to be a problem. But I do know that in this area, the infrastructure, even if it's full grid down, would be livable for about a week. Now, after that time is up, now we need to get the hell out because the first floor of these buildings are going to be full of shit because we're at the bottom of the hill and everything comes down and visits us. We actually have to pump and grind and push everything up the hill.
Yep. And how many would you say you got? Over 400, something like that?
176 total.
Okay. So I mean you got a lot of people where you're at. Now where I live, the building that I live in, it's a 4-family unit. But the whole neighborhood that I live in is all the apartment buildings are 4-family. Okay, you go up the street, then you go into the neighborhood where there are houses and stuff. But
this section I'm on is over 8 acres of people. There's 140 apartments just on this side.
All right. But it's, just to let people know, the ones that are concerned or even care if anything happens, be ready for it, be prepared. Even if a simple storm, like Rummy Prepper going through the hurricane season, us here with tornado season.
Oh, we did a fucking storm cloud farts and we lose power, we lose water, we lose it all the time down here.
So right there, I mean that's your basic right there. But when it becomes the worst scenario, Julie, what are you talking about? Man bags? What the hell? Did I miss something there? I think Julie's having fun.
About that Adidas backpack shit with the shoestring laces. That's a man bag.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
Anyway,
we call them. Oh, you got your bitch pouch. Nice. Okay. What you got in there? The Snickers bar.
Okay. Hang on a minute. I'm going to share something. Hang on a minute.
Oh.
My wife offended me today because I have a tool bag. It's Craftsman tool bag. All right, it's good size bag. It's what I take to work. She called it my man purse. I was like, how dare you? That's not a man purse. That's a tool bag. It's a tool bag, not a man purse.
In the world, just look at it and go, well, it matches my shoes. What's your?
I thought that was funny. I had to share that.
At least it matches.
Actually, my shoes do not match my man purse.
As long as they're black, they go with anything, so it's all right.
I wear stilettos.
That's your own damn fault.
Oh shit! No, she really did though. She's like, yeah, "That's your man purse." I was like, "What?"
Worse.
I said, "No, it's my tool bag. Damn it!" I had to share that. It just came to my head. Me and my wife, we like to fuck around with each other. We have fun. Cha-cha. Cha-cha, it's all good, man.
Fashioning and prepping it all. Got to accessorize your shift here. Actually, you know, that's a funny thought because when you actually think about it and look at it, when you see everybody's shift gear, it kind of all matches. Bags, their boots, their gloves, their pew-pews.
Oh no! Opened up another bag of worms. Now, like I said, it's all good. It's all good.
Just men carrying man purse pouches is funny. Yeah.
All right, gang. I'm done.
Might as well way out.
We've been here 3 hours, almost 3.5 hours now. Bitch, I don't have that beard. Quit doing that. Yes, Julie. See, Julie knows. Julie knows it's called a tool bag. Tim Taylor would say a tool bag.
Caught a It is a craftsman. It's not a coach. It's a fucking craftsman. Deal with it.
All right, gang, listen up. I'm out of here. I appreciate you, Ghost, for coming up on sharing just sharing. I like that. I like that. I love it. Everybody in the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
What?
We had a good time, but I'm not going to bed yet. But I just need to get off YouTube.
I get rid of the blue light so you can sleep.
Right. But yeah, I'll probably find a movie to watch to go to sleep to, like maybe I don't know, Platoon.
I'm just gonna turn the pillow.
Actually, what I do like to go to sleep to is music, and I like to listen to the Moody Blues.
Yeah,
that's good sleeping music. Anyway, I'm out of here. Thank you, Ghost Lincoln. I appreciate it. Thank you, chat. Julie, Irishman, Cha Cha, everybody that's in the chat. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Prepared Irishman. I open the windows and listen to the gunshots.
Well, close the window.
I gotta go through the window. It's less glass if it's open.
Oh, shit. All right, gang. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Love you. Blessed be. Stay safe. And I will bullshit with you later. Wolfang out. Ghost, thank you. Chat, thank you. Good night.